Dude, so click it.
The mic thing didn't say it was on. So
click it once. It was doing it. It was doing it last week.
Was it?
It's a slight delay. I don't know what happened, but
that was a long delay. So that's why I hit the button again. It worked the second time I pushed it.
That
though.
works then. That
so
works.
yeah,
it happened last time. So I'm just making sure.
Oh man, been a long week for everybody. I think.
Yeah.
But, everybody out there, we love you. Everybody except for Sieg.
Sieg gets no love.
I have personal issues with you, Sieg.
Though I do agree with your statement. Minotaurs are awesome.
Fuck you up, man. But either way, welcome back to Legendary Action. We're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming here, episode 27.
Is it 27?
It is 27.
I think it's 28.
Is it 28?
I think it's 28. Hey, chair guy.
It's 27.
Cool, we had to check with chair guy.
It's 27.
Yeah, there you go, you damn Cobalt.
What's really important is, does it say that on our Twitch channel?
And, yeah, that's a good point. Does it? Cobalt says 27. We got
Cobalt
confirmation.
Says level 20. It's 27.
Level 27. Oh, please, thank you.
Listen,
let's go kill this hydra!
This game's going until your characters die. Or become gods. One or the other.
Then there were 3. Oh, no.
Then there were 3.
Paladin's napping.
Yes, our paladin is napping. Dylan wasn't feeling very well today, so he's taking the night off. But we are running ahead of schedule anyways. His character will just be I don't know, MISSING for the episode.
Until we fight a hydra, then pretty
I don't know.
comes down.
Well, I haven't decided whether or not I feel like playing his character tonight yet. So you guys just might be down the player in general.
Could just be that way.
The challenger, it just pushes it from hard to deadly. It's all right.
No problem.
I feel like it goes from
No
deadly
problem.
to... I feel like it goes from deadly to oh fuck.
Yeah, deadly to oh fuck.
Yeah, because it's pretty much 2 backlines and you're in the front. Bye.
Yeah, oh shit.
We survived.
Y'all-
We survived.
Y'all ain't getting any heals and no bardic inspiration.
You have a wild shape. Use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally,
Turn
if
into
I'm
a
frontline fighting...
hummingbird and fly around and annoy the shit out of a hydra.
Can you be a bear yet?
I know,
We're gonna
right?
need a bear.
Yeah.
If I'm in the front lines, there's no healing
It's
for
a Jaws
you.
reference.
Are we going to need a bigger bear?
Well, no. But now that you think about it, I wish it had been.
Yeah.
Amanda, we're going to need a bigger bear.
So we're having a massive debate about this off screen, everybody. But Game of Thrones started, and we were all very excited.
Yes.
Regardless of whether or not some of us feel like it was kind of slow, and I am super glad that they, if you haven't watched and it's spoilers, too fucking bad, go watch it. But I'm super glad that they just cut right to telling Jon about his true parentage. Like they were just like, we're gonna get it done in the first episode. That way, it builds all this character development and just gets going. But
Yes.
it's been almost 5 days since the episode aired. I don't care.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I think I like the episode for the most part.
Extra spoilers.
Guys,
It's Rhaegar and Lyanna.
Yeah.
He said extra spoilers.
No.
we're doing a Deadpool, so in the comments, tell me how I can win $55 to guess who dies next episode.
Well, see, I already told you my problem with the pool that you're in is that's too broad. You're like, who's gonna die? And it's like
Deadpool.
a soldier. It's like it's too broad of restrictions. I was like, I can guarantee you this Sunday, not a single main character will die.
I say,
know why? Because the battle's not going to happen this Sunday.
I say if we're going to do a Deadpool, it's the next named character, next prominent named character.
I said main cast.
Main cat. Perfect. There you go.
So Daenerys, Jon, Tyrion,
can we make it sort
Sansa,
of
Arya.
No, has to be. You have to say their name.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ghost.
Last name Stark. One of them goes.
No, you got to say first name too.
Yeah.
One of them goes this season.
Cool. So
before
of course. So his bet is the entire Stark die at the same time because that's what he said.
Whoa!
My
I said one
bet.
of
See,
the
I was trying to get into her because I was going to tell her nobody's going to die. But I can't guarantee that the battle won't start or something won't happen like something as broad as some random fucking Stark soldier dies because the White Walkers are coming up or some random red shirt dies as Tor and them make their way back to the...
Bronn falls off his horse on the way up north. Breaks his neck.
Yes.
Brutal. So brutal.
You know what? I think I'm gonna. I put my money on the Hound.
I will say this:
he makes off.
there is no better time to take bets on what finally happens with the throne.
True.
It
And do you know what
dies.
else comes up too about betting? Somebody won a little bet between the cast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Critical Role's Kickstarter hit $11 million.
11 million, and I must I owe this victory to somebody.
Yeah.
I owe this victory to one person, and his name is Travis Willingham.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a big scaredy cat and hating scary places.
We love you, Travis.
It's like me.
Even if you never see this video, we love you anyways.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Me and Travis would be the best of friends. I get scared shitless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you would both run out, and Laura would be like, ha!
But I will prophesize my prediction, which has always been since season 1, that Gendry ends up sitting on the throne.
Get Gendry?
Yeah,
You think so?
I think so.
Baratheons keep it?
I think so. I think it's right because of the relationship that Jon had. That Jon won't want the throne and the responsibility, and he would rather stay a Stark. Or there's a lot of other reasons that people are like he might not take it. I don't think Daenerys will, because I think Daenerys will have to sacrifice herself, and one of the two of them will die, which is why I'm not picking one of those two. I personally believe, but Gendry's a great pick. Okay, it's not like Robert was a bad king.
Well, he was a bad king. He was just not a bad guy.
He wasn't even really a bad king. It's not like the Seven Kingdoms were doing terrible underneath his rule.
Fair.
You know what I mean? He had a great hand before Aaron was fucking murdered by fucking what's his name, Littlefinger's. But I think Gendry's a perfect pick. Why? Because he's a good person, and the relationship the Baratheons have had. If he doesn't, I think he'll end up being given Storm's End, and then the Baratheon line can continue that way because they've got the shit into the stick with the fucking Lannisters.
Do you know what? Out of all the I think I know who's going to die next, I think.
Tell me so I can put my bet in the pool.
I'm going to be betting on Cersei dying.
Not episode 2, though.
Not episode 2, but I'm thinking the next death. I don't
She
think...
definitely bites it, though.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Manapod Studios, for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the
Our
follow. Thank you for
kobold
the host,
says,
by the way.
thank you
We
very
appreciate it.
much. But yeah,
Everybody who's coming back on a regular basis who watches us, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we really appreciate it. This is us.
I know we've had some trouble in the past with...
But yeah, Cersei's gonna bite the dust. I think
Technology,
Jaime's
so we
gonna
appreciate it.
I do think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'll be the newest... It's either her... I think she'll... Dude, I don't know. I'll put my money on Cersei.
I'm betting a lot of them die. Like,
I know, but we're discussing who's the first.
First?
The first.
The next
main character to die. That's what the Deadpool is. Just like...
I think the next main character to die is gonna happen at Winterfell with the White Walkers. It's gotta be somebody.
No, you're right. It's...
Arya. That's my
Ooh! I think I know who I want to pick.
Die.
So I can't think of his name right now. It's either going to be the gentleman who looks dashingly like me, the wildling man. I can't think of his name right now.
Tormund.
Torm.
I don't know if he counts as main cast. He kind of like
definitely.
No, he's not main cast.
he kind of
Supporting cast, but he's awesome.
He's snooking. But main cast. Honestly, I think it's going. Oh God, that's.
I
hard.
basically consider anybody main cast that's been advertised in contention for sitting on the Iron Throne, which is Tyrion, Cersei, Jaime, Tony, or not Tony, but Jon, fucking
What about Sansa?
Sansa, and fucking Arya. They're all main cast. They're all
I'll say
top-built
Sansa.
cast,
Dun,
so.
dun, dun,
I think Arya. I think Arya bites it first out of that group.
I think she's going to stay around.
I don't think she makes
If
it.
it's not Jaime, because this has been thrown out there a lot because of Cersei's prophecy or whatever, that should be killed by Jaime is the
Well, for Ben, who
interpretation.
goes
But
first? He definitely doesn't make it.
But Arya, dressed as Jaime killing Cersei, I thought would always be a fitting end for her to clear the list.
That
See,
would be pretty
that's
good.
what. Yeah, when he said that, I was like, "That's poetic beauty right there."
That is pretty good. But I still think she dies first.
I think she might.
I think she. Yeah, that'd be nuts. But no, I'm gonna go with Sansa.
Well, the show just wants to do a rip out your heart death, so I think she goes first.
Arya's been a very loved character for a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, love characters. I say I think
my
we just go and say Jon Snow dies next.
Whoa.
This is slightly off topic.
Episode 2.
Perfect example of changes that didn't need to be made to Game of Thrones, though.
Dragon.
Sir Barristan in the books is still alive, and he's a badass with Daenerys.
Really?
Yes.
That's dope.
Dude's a badass. He's the greatest sword fighter that ever lived. We can all admit the way he went out was a bitch,
A little
and it was
Yeah,
underwhelming.
I'll agree that. Yeah, that's fair. 100%. Yeah.
So doesn't change whether or not the show is good, but Sir
That
Barristan
was-
deserved more.
I could say that's one of the few things I would say. Yeah, that's fair. Much better.
Hey, animal friendly environment.
So how about D&D?
Yeah. Wait, aren't we here to do stuff?
But yeah, we are. I just want this is us.
This is us.
This is us.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We love it, and I like having these conversations with the people who follow us and
We
stuff.
really do,
And we should continue these conversations on our social media. You guys should hit us up. You can find us on Twitter. All the links to our Discord. Everybody's welcome to join our Discord. We also have a special subscriber only area on Discord for individuals who have your messages are prioritized
Cool
by the
people
cast,
only,
by the
please.
people in Discord. Yeah, cool people only.
Cool Kids Club.
We are also working our way towards a big giveaway. 500 followers. We're going to do a massive giveaway. It's going to be the limited edition Dungeons & Dragons core rulebook set plus dice, plus a bunch of kobold, and a bunch of player characters. Custom 3D printed by Alex, our player, formerly known as Luthok.
Correct, yes.
And so you're going to get all this, and it's great value. It's going to be a great giveaway. So don't forget to drop us a follow. Don't forget to get people here. Help us reach that goal, because the core rulebook set alone is like $130-something. And once they're gone, they're gone. They are gone. They are not going to make more. There's not going to be a rerun or a second edition run. Wizards of the Coast promise that once they're all sold, they are sold. So if you want to get a cool set of books, which the art is fantastic, and some of them have erratas and changes that came from sage advice and minor word changes inside the player's handbook in areas. There's a few. There's not a lot of changes. They're not major changes, but there's a couple of changes that come through sage advice in the player's handbook. But yeah. So don't forget to drop us a follow if you enjoyed watching us tonight, hanging out with us. If you think we're funny, because I think I'm charming, and I think everybody else thinks they are too. Matt's mom always tells him he's charming.
That's true. I do have one fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only fan that matters, guys.
That was a birth cough that came out in the wrong time.
Don't apologize for being weird.
Don't be jealous because my mother loves me.
My mommy doesn't.
Hey, Kobold, you stay quiet over there.
To be fair, though, she always loved Dylan more, and he's not my brother.
Might as well be.
He might as well.
Well, he's more handsome.
Brother
He
from
is.
another
That's
mother.
true.
Yeah.
He is. He's got a lot of winning qualities.
He's a big dragon.
He's got a good immune system.
Yeah. But, why's your constitution so low, Dylan?
Yeah.
Shrug off this summer cold.
He does. He got a crippling wound at one point that lowered his constitution permanently.
Yeah, that's fair. Was it Gloria's fault? You could tell us, Dylan. We can't see you, but blink twice if Gloria's holding you against your own will.
That's definitely what's happening.
Yeah. It's shame on you, Gloria. But yeah, so it's great. Do the giveaway. Don't forget to drop in. We really appreciate people who hit us on Discord and all the regular people who are in there who talk to us. Everybody who's joining with us on a regular basis. I'm sure most of our regulars are here. I haven't actually logged into the room to see who's in here, but Malachi, Gavin, Sieg, Corvo, Zy Otter, everybody who normally comes in. We really appreciate you guys. You support us directly, and we love you for it. So it's awesome. More importantly, I'm just super happy that I don't get overly criticized for being terrible.
You know what? High fives. High fives all around.
High fives all around. Good job, everybody.
At the very least, we're adequate enough.
Wi-Fi's.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, you gotta do air five, so it's... Sound high threes.
Go Team Venture.
Yeah, go Team Venture. By the way, new season of Team Venture. Hilarious.
Do you want to be real
I
here?
didn't know it was out yet.
Hilarious.
Be real?
So
He's told me
disconnected.
twice, and I haven't gotten around to watching
So
it.
fun.
I
That
feel
first
bad.
episode, so fucking fun.
I should definitely speak up to my microphone.
You should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I learned a very bad habit when I was playing the DM, which is exuberant.
Well, the part is you just seem like you're sitting really far away from the table.
It's because there's a book in my lap.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Book 'em up.
But
Fair enough.
yeah, I don't think so. And do we have anything coming on the Warhammer front to the Discord? Anything like that? You and Dylan been slacking on playing and fucking taking pictures of your games.
Yeah, we actually have some coming up. I know that me and Dylan will actually be spending a lot of time on Sunday on the Easter and possibly before Endgame that we're going to go see
The
next
game
week.
is on Saturday.
Yes,
It's a Saturday.
and I don't work.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be getting together, doing a lot of painting. So you'll see a lot of uploads to paintings.
7:15, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the ticket stubs are in the Discord.
Yeah, I can see it from here, 7:15. I have glasses, I can see. Wow!
Oh yeah. He was supposed to have glasses. He had some fucked up eyes. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like,
I'm surprised he's been able to function as a human being
Wow.
in society.
Has he really been functioning though?
Yeah, he does still hit.
Hey,
He hasn't tripped since he's gotten them at least.
You just
holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Very true.
haven't even ran into anything in the hallway. My
Yeah.
forearms haven't hit a doorknob in a week!
Yeah, it's been.
Proper
been
depth perception.
Yeah.
That's a thing I can't catch, though. I've had things tossed to me at work, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this anymore. Well, I didn't know how to do it before, so there's really no difference here. So you're going to be seeing a lot of uploads on paintings. We might even throw in some how we painted them and things like that, because I'll be painting a lot of my little golden boys, the proper guardians of the throne. They are the royal janitors, if you must know. They are the best of the best. With
Pro tip, gold spray paint.
I will feed you to a dragon.
They protect, attack.
But yeah, so you should be seeing some stuff posted roughly this weekend and next with either game pictures or paintings.
And I apologize in advance for how slow and uninspiring our Twitter feed has been on the official Twitter as of late. It's just people have been busy, so it hasn't been getting tended to, but it's fine.
It's that time of year where things start picking up a little bit more before they slow down back down.
I wouldn't say it's just that. It's just it's controlled chaos is all it is.
I'm being real here. I don't know how to social media yet. I'm learning.
He doesn't know how to like social in general.
I'm a very sociable person. I just don't know how to do it electronically.
You're being sociable and then knowing how to social are two different things.
What
You can talk to people all you want, but you still come off as creepy and weird.
I'm wonderfully charming. These glasses make me look great. I'm much more charming now.
Yeah, like,
Well, I don't know.
Sir, do you have a child
You're
in this
definitely
class?
missing a soul.
No.
So that's a problem.
I have a soul patch. Still counts.
Okay, well.
It's like covered with fur, but it still counts.
But either way, Dylan's missing.
His.
Yep. Luthok is dead.
Yes, he is.
Fuck.
And it's you three deciding what you're gonna do.
Gotcha.
Huh? Yeah.
Take 2.5 hours to go across the forest to go reach a hydra.
I don't know.
Okay,
if
guys,
someone
I can
do
fly.
that. I can too.
We can fly. We got this.
Can you fly? That'd be really handy if you could fly.
I can turn invisible.
You can't fly in a cave. Don't tell me that shit.
Oh, well. You
I-
can, just
Maybe
not
you
very
can
high.
ride the roof.
Yeah.
I can turn it. Yeah, I can turn
But
it invisible.
listen,
That's all
I'm
I
gonna
got.
go prone against the roof.
Could you? Is that? How does that work?
You're prone.
Yeah, you're prone.
Can you prone against the roof while flying?
Sure, why not?
What if I have wings that need to flap?
No, not so
No,
much.
no.
Okay, I
If
was
you're using levitate, then you can.
sorry,
Or
Mom.
the fly spell.
I saw an image of him with wings flying up, like I'm gonna prone to the roof, and he gets there, and his wings are just like. Well, he's like,
This character does not have wings. He has a spell.
Yeah, you're thinking of Ravnica. Come on.
Yes, sorry, I killed that one. I forgot.
You did massacre him.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, but you're not the one that turned to dust.
it's true. That was the cleric that tried to save me.
He was a proper friend.
Rat me.
That's right.
Where's your new character?
Why aren't you here, Kobold?
I feel like
Nah.
I cut things.
Alex didn't want to just be a human. That's what we were all discussing before you came in the
Yeah,
store earlier.
actually,
why
yeah.
not? Humans are great.
The standard
Thank you.
ways trash.
Literally, humans are fine.
And the base ways of humans.
Okay, hold up, don't break things. You darn dog. Here, I have moved my butt.
You could play Dylan.
You can be a
Nobody-
Actually, yeah, we have him on D&D
You
Beyond.
played a paladin before.
You can
know
definitely do a
what you
stand-in as a
mean.
dragon.
A nice open table for you.
I'm just kidding. Either way, look,
Shamish.
it's terrible coming from you and inconsiderate considering you're responsible for his death.
I don't know what you're insinuating. He died a glorious battle fighting off an entire demon by himself, as told by Thalen.
Thalen wasn't there.
No, but he heard a story about it.
Yeah. Making shit up again.
I never do such
That's
things.
why he's a terrible bard.
Accurate.
Okay, all stories are made up by someone.
I'm liking this kobold now. Never mind. Take back everything I
You either
said.
lived them or you thought of them, one or the other. But I think with that being said, we're good to go.
Yeah, let's
So
do
we're going
it.
to run the intro real quick, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
We're getting the D&D.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll play.
Yes.
Play
Yeah.
some, a little bit, just
Just love it, D&D.
a tidbit.
Maybe so.
The session might be a little bit shorter, Frank. We'll see, though, how things turn out. So, we're going to be right back. Oh, look, a Fortnite ad. That's a game that I hate.
Do you know what? I just can't play the game, I'll be honest.
No, there's players and then there's haters.
I tell you right now, Twitch, you're lucky that you just get credit for the view being on, not whether or not I like it, because thumbs down every time an ad comes up.
I know I don't have this power, DM Green, but can I make a request?
No.
Can you ban him? He just dabbed behind you.
We were talking about Fortnite. You're lucky I didn't floss.
You don't get to come back to the table.
Okay, can someone stop him? He's flossing now, and it's aggressively thrusting, and I'm scared.
Keep doing it, Alex. Make us all comfortable.
I love you all.
You know what would make us really love you?
Do you know what this
We had
is?
a paladin.
Andy, this is what Alex is going through right now. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to awkwardly thrust and hope someone sees.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you see.
What?
The camera
My name is
doesn't
Jeff.
see though, so that's why you should come
Yeah,
over to
with
the
break
table.
terms of service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
what?
Man, I actually just kind of forgot what you guys were doing. You were sleeping at the inn.
Yep.
Right, it was long rest.
This
Yeah.
is our long rest.
Yeah.
And in the morning we were going to wake up and go after a hydra.
Hydra. A hydra.
Hydra.
A hydra. It's like a hydra, but it hates.
A hydra.
A hydra. Oh, it's green. Oh, shite, it's green. Oh, is it St. Patty's Day?
No, it's Easter.
Sorry, I'm excited.
Sorry.
I
No.
want to play D&D. Do apologize about that.
Why does my mouse keep disappearing?
Many things to say, none of them appropriate. I do apologize.
Keeps disappearing.
Mouses are timid.
Dude, they really are.
I'll do it this way.
Just like
No, I can't see
so
you.
original.
No, I can't see you.
He's timid. He does hang out in the robes a lot. Oh my god.
Yes.
We really need this paladin.
We do! Yes! And I...
If only there was a player here who could just, like, play with us instead of sitting around. That'd be crazy.
He's chair guy now. He's
Such a
he's
good
been demoted but promoted at the same time.
Demo
Yeah,
promoted.
exactly.
Promoted!
Depromoted.
Depromoted. What's that? It's when you go from a really good position, get demoted.
I'd
and
say
then
it was a lateral movement.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lateral movement.
It's a lateral. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Lateral movement. Lateral movement with a pay cut.
That's a demotion.
He's happy about it though.
Nope.
You can't judge him. He's a kobold right now. He always looks unhappy.
Kobolds are unhappy.
Yeah. They have an angry dragon
They're
ruling over their
kobolds.
lives. That sit behind little wooden screens with
They're
metal
little
bolts on it and a
dragon
dragon on
rats.
it. Mrr.
Dragon.
So we long rested.
That's racist. How dare you guys generalize all kobolds as upset and angry? That's terrible.
I'm sorry. Every kobold I've ever met is angry and upset with their
I'm
life.
sure I got dragon
Not
rats from
true.
you.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, dragon rats.
Dragon rat.
Yeah.
I want us to all be kobolds serving a
I
dragon.
don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I have an idea for a one shot, and I want to do it now.
No, we're doing my
You have to do
one-shot.
it. Sit down and be quiet.
I wanna
Everybody
know.
else gets to go through
Okay.
and get a one shot next.
Yeah.
We'll put you in the back
Me.
burn rotation.
Everyone's
That's
Kenku.
fine.
Yeah.
No,
so,
I'm still my
Oh,
kobold.
Kenku.
All Kenku.
I don't know if I agree with this.
yeah, I don't either.
Be the best campaign I've
I'm just
ever
saying, you're DMing it, you got to deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Every person. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Hi,
It's just gonna be 5 Kenku on the table, just looking at each other, going, "Doctor,
doctor.
doctor, doctor." We never get anything done.
Oh, we should totally do like a theory craft episode where we just like not on like an off day or something where we just like sit around and bullshit about campaign ideas.
We should. We should have a hangout.
We should have a hangout.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, someone doesn't live here.
Well, that's correct.
How dare you fucking move on with your life and
Whoa!
do something as adult as getting a house?
I know. You know, I
You're a
shouldn't have
terrible
done
person.
It. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just paid rent for 3 years.
You
and
should
then-
have. Just like the rest of us.
Yeah, been happy with it.
You know, but the rent was the same as the mortgage. I think I made the right choice.
Yeah, but you're stuck out there in Yarrington, bro.
You got a point. But that's where my job is.
For now.
It's really a lot
Let's
of
just wait
shitty-
till you get on Nick's bad side.
It's more and more every day.
Yes.
I think to myself, maybe I will get fired. No, but
All I can
It's all
relate to
part
is
of my
that
master
image,
plan.
or Nick is going to leave me.
all I can relate
Son
to
of
is
a
the
bitch.
image in the
I know,
in our
because he's
little message.
qualified for jobs. Ugh.
wants to have a career.
Ugh, right?
Gross.
What's that?
He wants to make like 6 figures. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Fucking 1%er.
I hope you're watching, Nick. I really do.
Yeah, so do I.
And if not, can someone clip that moment just to send it to him later?
Either way. So, I'm not even going to pretend like I remember which rooms you guys are all staying in, so you guys wake up
Yes.
in your rooms.
I'm sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, you
I almost...
that sounds about right.
Reginald is on the bed.
I pull myself out of bed and I look at my floor, and for some reason, she's on my floor.
Hi.
There's a
did
mouse
you
in
buy
your bed.
Reginald?
Ah!
Pops up.
Runs
Morning,
over,
Reginald.
comes back in your pocket as soon as you're
Oh, my
awake.
lord. Sorry, I almost called myself a different name. I almost said the K word. I don't know why it was in my head, but it was. Thalen is actually already downstairs in the bar.
Oh, is he? Is he?
Okay.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
I said he was, so he's there, I think. I think that's how that works. It's been a while.
Is it on your character sheet?
Yeah, it's electronic. I win.
What do you feel like for breakfast?
Berries.
Do you ever eat like food? Or is it always just... I mean, berries are food and they're delicious, but there's more to life than berries.
Well, sometimes I like to have like grass, nuts, herbs, you know. Every once in a while maybe I'll have like meat, but it kind of depends on the mood. Like, I feel like if I have to have meat, I have to feel victorious. Like a victorious meal would deserve meat. We lost Luthok, so I'll go with nuts and berries.
Okay. If that's how you want to do it.
Eggs are good though,
Eggs are good.
Eggs are good.
and potatoes.
This town seems pretty low on eggs.
Potatoes.
They might have some gross potatoes lying around.
I'll be alright with that. Potatoes good, no matter what they are.
Alright, so you guys cook up some breakfast and you eat and you hang out. You have the use of the facilities considering the town's population's been decimated and there's no real owner of the Cunning Fox anymore as far as you're aware.
Cunning Fox, you say? I have an out-of-character question. Is there squatting rights in your... Never mind. I'd like to roll a history check to see if there's squatting rights in your world. Of Terrowyn.
No, not really.
Damn, I tried.
Squatty.
I'm sure.
Squatting, it's when you
I'm
sit
sure
in a place
somewhere
long enough
there's
you
town
own it.
records of
No.
who owns it and where
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
We'll burn them.
more than likely.
You probably would. Well, I don't know. This is on you, but if we were to try and buy it, which is what you're thinking, I assume,
Well, you have to find a way to buy it from someone.
or from the town who repossesses it.
Yeah, basically. Which would require them electing a town representative and finding somebody that putting somebody like rebuilding the town, basically.
Fair enough.
Never mind then.
So
Too much work. Right there. Too much work. Never mind
Listen,
then.
eventually you guys are gonna have more gold than you know what to do with.
That's
so
true.
like the backwater and alehouse, really? That's the one you guys want to invest in?
You gotta start somewhere, man.
You know what? I write the name down, though, for later use.
There's no such thing as trademark,
Alright, so
except on spells.
drinking early?
Absolutely.
It could be worse.
Could be dead?
Could be dead.
Yes. I slide a glass to you. Would you like to join me?
Fuck yeah.
I would offer you, but instead I slide you water.
I'm okay with water. I was told that kind of liquid stuff, you need to be a bigger man to handle that.
It's a potion.
That's a bit sexist.
It's a potion. That's a potion of heroism.
Essentially, that's true.
You drink it and you feel heroic. Unless you're Riken. He's slightly immune.
Well, heroism gets you killed. You should know.
True. But do you know what? Someone's got to be heroic.
Someone's gotta die is basically what Dalen just said.
Somebody's got to die.
Yeah.
Make a story.
Does raise the stakes, doesn't it?
Generally, but luckily we live in a world where magic is amazing and gods exist. So sometimes death isn't always permanent.
You know, I've never asked you, what kind of stories do you write other than freakishly flamboyantly and over exaggerated?
You guys are actually helping me write my next story. I want to be a author. Is one of my bigger goals at the moment.
Yeah. So what kind of story?
The story of Exodus is my current book, if you must know.
So I assume you're going to embellish heavily.
Surprisingly, I'm trying to keep this as honest as possible because that's what we are. We don't need embellishment because we are heroic.
Aren't you a bard? Isn't embellishment part of the game?
Most of the time. But sometimes, I'm just saying this. What can I embellish about a man who sold his soul? Before I say that, I stop and go.
We're here alone.
Just besides a man who sold his soul to a demon succubus by the name of Lilith. Queen
To be fair, though,
Devil.
Devil.
The words aren't interchangeable.
Thank you.
to be fair, though, a man selling his soul isn't exactly an original story.
No, but how would I embellish it? It's the queen of the succubi.
Yeah,
That's a
why
pretty
did you
damn
do
good
that?
sell right there.
Why did I do it? Dying hurt. And it wasn't fun.
Plus, we
Yeah,
have
that's all still really fuzzy to you.
But
Like, you know that you did for sure, but you still can't remember the exact exchange of words in like what was offered and why. You know, the actual contract, like you don't remember like signing it still.
I don't remember the whole thing. I just know that she held me there in agony for long enough that I would agree to just about anything.
So if you were to die again,
I'd do it again
you would come back?
if I had the option. You tell me you're okay with whatever happens after?
generally, yeah. I'm hoping-
My
I
soul
would
has
accept
always
that.
been in question, and I didn't want to find out what was at the end.
I can see your reasoning. And then when we have a druid who chased away griffins by chasing them off her lawn, effectively.
That was dramatic.
They were mean.
We have a
You guys
griffins.
don't get it. They are mean.
They're not mean. They're hungry.
Yeah. Click on the
A wild dog out there.
A wild dog.
She's after the kobold. And then we have a paladin who
He looks beat up. We should let him rest for the day.
Yeah, I tried to poke him.
He hasn't come down from his robe, so
Yeah, I tried to poke
do we let him
him.
rest or because
I knocked on his door. I assume he's worn out.
we were supposed to set up for the hydra today. I don't believe we should, not without Alfarius.
Well, we don't actually have to kill the thing, do we? We only agreed to bring back proof of its existence. Clear our names.
I'll be honest, I don't believe. Out of character, it's Vericus, right?
yes.
Yes. fair.
Thank you. I want to make sure I had his name right. I don't believe Vericus. I don't believe he would leave stones half turned.
Well, we did chop off a few of his heads. Why can't we
We-
just dig for it?
Because it's still there, and he wanted it dead.
Well,
I
I thought he said, "Bring me back the head of the thing."
It's implied that he wants it dead. If he finds it's a hydra, he's going to go, "Did you kill it?" And we go, "No." And he says, "Well, you need to kill it."
Okay.
He's an angry
If you're in a
man.
hurry to do it, though.
I'm not in a hurry without all of us. I don't think it's a creature we could all defeat, just us three. We could always go. Let's go check. Would you like to check on Alfarius? See if it's all right.
Like I said, he didn't answer when I knocked.
He didn't answer when I poked him.
But we
in
could
the
try
face.
again if you want to. I'll stay down here. You can go up to his room.
Just to check, because if he's awake, we may be able to make the journey. If not, we should definitely maybe help around and see what we can do around here. Maybe do some rummaging.
I'll
Okay.
go with you. I'll poke him again.
It's time for home improvement, D&D.
I head up to Alfarius' room. Oh, ooh. Thank you. I head upstairs.
We're old.
We are old.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. In any way do I know what you're talking about? None. I go to Alfarius'.
You're not old. You're 23.
I said I have
Still
no idea
got
what
the
you're.
reference, though.
I still got the reference.
Young and sit there.
I'll have you know I am a cultured individual. Thank you. I go to Alfarius' room.
I've seen you attempt to be cultured through Thale, and I'm not impressed.
He's a cultured youngin'.
Okay. So you go up there and
Yeah,
just
I go
knock
up
on the
there.
door?
Yeah, I knock.
Okay, I mean you knock, you don't get a response.
Is the door unlocked?
No, it's not.
You locked the door.
Now you're, probably after she poked him in the face.
Yep. No.
He didn't wake up when I poked him. He just went.
I'm a grumpy dragon.
Yeah, that's where he went.
Well, then, it seems that we have a day to spend with our own activities.
In the swamp.
Could track the hydra to its lair.
We could do some tracking. We could poke around.
Ooh.
You guys can fly. I wouldn't be able to keep up, but we could also investigate around and just see what's going
You
on.
would have to use a barge.
Yeah.
The flight doesn't last long in the spell.
I do have a question, though. So, while we're sitting here discussing things, there's many things that have happened that we should probably review. We've been on a decently long journey now.
Have we?
We have. You are a new addition. That
Been through a lot already.
It's an A-B conversation.
I'll see my way out. I'll represent.
See that? That's the save.
Yeah.
What is it?
Clever. Well done.
The best part is, I think it was on accident.
All right.
But so
We've been through a lot. Yes.
we have one of the important things is you seemed interested in the Zen stone. Did you not?
Zen stone.
Zin?
Zen.
Zin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in it as well.
Oh,
That's why I came to Greencrest, actually.
curious.
There was a relic that was rumored to be around, and I was sent to investigate it and see what was going on. And that's why I'm here. The lore walkers sent me. This was my introduction journey, I should say. Or the best way to phrase it. That I don't need it. I just want to know about it. And make sure it's not too dangerous.
Okay.
And if it is, tell those that need to know about it to know. Or tell those that need to know about it. Why are you interested in it?
It has something to do with my connection to.
Lilith?
Yeah.
Does it directly correlate, or is it just something that you may think?
It's unclear at this point.
Okay.
It's divine in its nature.
Because
Help unlock some way of breaking it or turning the table on her.
how does a contract like that work exactly? Is it written? Is it verbal? Is it binding?
In the books I've read since it happened, all of those things are applicable. However the demon or devil comes to you, if you agree, verbal, handshake, the correct wink, you're in it.
Because I feel like a contract has to be made between the two of you somehow.
It does.
And if there's a contract,
But I don't have to know that it is. I just had to agree to it.
well, then we just need to find it and see if we can break it.
I'm sure I could just ask her for it. Breaking it's the hard part.
It's a start, though.
Most devils are not exactly...
Stupid.
Once they've got you, as far as I've read. They're not usually afraid to give you what you've agreed to. They dare you most of the time to try to find the loopholes. Draw you in deeper.
There's a great deal of stories about intelligent wizards and warlocks and stuff finding ways to trick their way out of their own contracts.
But that's not the norm. That's the
They're just
exception.
legends.
Yeah.
Would my character know about devils and demons? I wouldn't think so.
Not really.
What are they like?
Maybe demons, just because the overall, like, as when it comes on to, like, hands-on experience or, like, interaction with, like, the lore necessary to be familiar with them, like their names, the layers, and, like, the demon lords and stuff. Not really, but, you know, you wouldn't have any first-hand experience, that's for sure. There aren't a lot of cases of demonic possession or incursion into the material plane in general, and if there were, the circles would do as much as they could to suppress them or not even acknowledge their existence. They'd cover them up.
So is she like another being inside you?
Sometimes.
The best way to describe that relationship would be like describing a dog and its owner. The owner picked him up.
Now, hold on.
Well, let me finish the description before you yell at me. He was a dog in the pound. His soul was dying. She, when it said pound, hell and put a leash on him and claimed him after he agreed. She is now tied to him like an owner would be.
Then find the link. Do you have a... and you see me looking around his neck.
You're taking it a bit literal.
Metaphysically. Metaphorically. It's imaginary. It's an imaginary collar and leash that is bound to his very soul. Does that fit it pretty well?
But unlike a dog, I do get something in return.
Most dogs get shelter and food.
Not power, though.
Knowledge, power, and wisdom. All three.
What the Metacrow said.
Those are all standard transactions in a Warlock pack.
But that's
It doesn't do a great being much good in general if their peon can't make their way through the world and accomplish the tasks that they need them to. If that's even her goal.
interesting. But that would be the basis of it.
I feel sorry for you.
But there's...
That's a strange way to live your life.
At least I'm living. I don't think I have much to look forward to at the other end.
Probably not. Not with you being bound to her.
I don't think it was very good before that either.
I can only imagine. What was you, a murderer, maybe? Serial killer?
Among other things. It's a long story. I guess we have time.
I was about to say, we have a bit of a time.
I did some terrible things when I was young.
Even younger than me? Or about my age?
Younger than you.
Interesting.
Wait, how old are you? It's hard to tell.
Of course.
That is weird.
Very true. I am 25.
God damn, really?
Yeah.
How can you... Alright,
Hey, for a 25-year-old, I get along pretty well.
I'm 21.
He's still got another 90-something years worth of life.
Yeah, I've got I've got 120 years. Good. I've got a long way to go.
Okay, and yeah, that seems about too old. A little, actually.
Literally, you could put us together and we might be as old as you.
No, a little older. I was 41.
Sorry.
I am 41.
I apologize.
You lost 10 years.
Well,
You're 31.
I still was born 41 years ago.
But you appear. You've got younger. I wonder how much younger you feel.
Well,
You have felt significant changes to your body.
aside from the power, the youth is pretty nice.
I was about to say, you're no longer grunting when you get on the horse. That left hip's not as bad.
A lifetime of riding a horse will ruin a hip.
I imagine that's why you fly so often.
It's true. It's nice. You done it?
No. Currently, I'm grounded.
Spell works on whoever I want it to. It's a fun experience, if anything else. Also, it lasts an hour. It goes high as possible.
Absolutely. I will. Ooh. I wonder how high I could get. Do you think I'd make a splat on the way down?
Yeah.
I believe I'd survive just fine with no damage.
No damage.
Not a
You
bit.
have a different spell.
Of course, that's magic. That's how it works.
Magic. It ruins all the good stuff.
Or makes it all better.
Maybe.
But no, there was other things, like the fact that the tower.
Seems more pressing to you than impressing a gang boss.
The only reason I wanted to do confront the Hydra now was in the off chance Luthok could be a piece of it could be attempted to be resurrected.
Slim Alex friend.
It is. I don't disagree with you that it might be impossible, if improbable, not impossible. But I feel that as friends, even with a orc, as the elf said, he fought with us, and more than one occasion definitely did take an arrow for us.
He was a good friend.
Was. And if there is somebody willing to bring him back, maybe his story is not done yet. And if he does not come back, then his story is over. And we say our goodbyes. But we've had friends leave and friends die. Some with no chance of being brought back. Others have. I feel I would do the same for every single person among us. Just as I would look at you and help you in any way I can to break your collar.
You do have a color.
It's
A bit.
A
There's
bit.
a bit of a collar. Yeah.
yes, it's a
A
bit of
metaphorical
Is
color.
Is it like this color or is it like this color?
It's
right there. I point. It's skin. It's that color right there. It's the exact same color as the skin.
No, color.
Oh, collar? Oh, it's inside on a sole. You can't see it.
That's not fun.
it's not
'Cause
a
if you can break
it's not a
that,
picnic. That's
you
for
can
sure.
die in peace.
He doesn't want to die.
I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah. But
It's unnatural, but
I understand your hesitation, but like I said, a long life of doing bad things. There's nothing good for me at the other end.
well, it's
I
like
can
a
al-
chance to redeem, chance to do better. You're already doing better other than what you did before.
he apologized profusely.
I didn't like doing it, if that makes you feel better.
Did you cry for the horse?
Well, no.
He probably wouldn't cry for
I felt
himself.
bad. I didn't cry. I don't know. What do you want?
Tears. She wants tears. Are you fresh out of those?
Would you be sad if Reginald wasn't with you?
I mean, I barely know the mouse.
I put my hand up. Just say yes.
Yeah. That would make me very sad.
I stand behind her.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Balin's teaching Riken how to be human. Ironic. I'm a half elf.
It's more ironic than what I thought about it. I kind of laughed.
The only way it would be funnier is if it was Luthok teaching him how to be human.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are it.
Luthok's
You would survive! Oh!
Tears, damn it!
And then he just walks up, you're not doing it, he just like pulls out a knife.
Been stabbed a lot recently.
A lot more stabbings in the future.
Oh, damn. I hope. I'm good with stabbings, I just don't want to be eaten alive.
Well,
Fear.
I can just swoop on by and check on the hydra. I can keep an eye on where he is. I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to track a hydra.
I mean, in a swamp, sure, it would be.
I can ask my animal friends. I'm pretty sure they'll lead me to it. If
What?
I just be a little more
Wait, what?
descriptive.
Could you send them to search for us? I'm
But
sure
that
they can
would be
cover.
fun. I have a new broom.
Oh, that's right. You do have the broom.
Yes, you do.
I
Weird.
can fly.
That thing's weird.
Yeah.
Also, you can wild shape, right?
Oh, yeah?
Could you turn into a bird?
No.
What?
No.
Oh. It doesn't work like that?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, see, thank you. I've met druids and I've seen them become birds. I was really confused.
No, I'd much rather be more fun things.
The reason I ask is... never mind, it's
I
not
have
worth
a
it.
broom. I can fly.
That's... never mind.
My broom friend writes me as I see him hiding in the corner, just like... broom dance.
A broom dance. All right.
I would just think the broom is just going side to side like this.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'm digging it.
I'm dying here.
Yeah.
But what I brought up the tower about is that green flash that is shot into the sky.
Yep, seems bad.
Not good.
Do we have any idea what it might be?
Nope.
There's a few things that we've kind of ignored because we were in a rush.
Just generally bad, I think.
It had something to do with the weather. I'm not sure, but depending on how things go, and once this hydra is taken care of, what do we do next?
Well, I think the tower would be important.
It
Because what
is.
you guys saying that Lefay person's up there?
Yes, LeFay. We have two things that I can remember off the top of my head. Going at 3, 1 Zinzone, 2 a dragon, and 3 a Tower of Death, Night, and Evil. Dragon. We kind of just have to maybe ask it to leave, scare it to leave, puck it out.
Well-
Outside of the character, outside of the game.
Yeah, what's up?
Didn't the hag mention something about LeFay searching for the way to turn into a lich? Isn't that the ritual she was after?
No,
I-
You said something about it? Or was it just history, like that's her, what she was after before? I know I got mentioned somewhere.
I don't remember, I'll be honest.
I would have to dig through all my session notes, the last like 4 or 5 sessions, but
That was like her
no, I
original
don't. Yeah,
intention.
that was it was rumored to be. Everybody just the only things they knew about her was that she was a terribly cruel fucking ruler over the lands that Enoth Trishan gave her dominion over, and she was she was an especially powerful and gifted black wizard, just like Trishan was, and that's all anybody really knows. So she was into necromancy and black magic and using magic for personal gain and power and influence, but
I just thought somebody somewhere said that her original invasion was while she was searching for the secret.
Enoth was for sure, because he did become one.
That might have been it then.
And that's when he finally became one. Everybody, the story is that when he finally got there, the story everybody's familiar with is that finally all the arcane circles got together and decided he had to be dealt with, because it's one thing for a powerful wizard to live for a long time and rule. It's different for one to never die and rule forever. So they finally banded together and dealt with him once he achieved lichdom, becoming one of the most powerful liches of the era.
Right.
But I don't believe Grenda said anything about her becoming one or attempting to become one.
Yeah, alright, well, that's fine.
So
But she did help him become in the original. That's what her original motivations were, to help him get through. Just remember it being mentioned somewhere. I don't know. I'm getting confused with I'm conflating something with another thing then. Never mind.
yeah.
But, so,
The tower needs to come down. So
It
does LeFay.
But there were all those armies going towards them.
I know.
We need armies on our own, don't we?
Maybe I can convince the green dragon that he can get a lot of yummy, tasty people, because there were minotaurs, there were undead, all kinds of flavors for him. We can have him go to the tower, eat everyone up, and then we'll ride him, and then we'll go.
Did you say we would ride a dragon? I know it's a terrible idea, Reagan,
It is a terrible idea.
but riding a dragon.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
just-
a great story that ends with you getting eaten.
Can I finish the story before I get eaten?
I doubt it.
Damn it.
But Stefan said the dragon just needs talking to.
But,
Isn't the dragon young? Isn't that the information we got?
Yes.
A young dragon can't fight an army. Powerful they are, but they're not invincible.
maybe,
Not invincible, but young dragons are still pretty powerful beings.
Oh, absolutely. He would take down hundreds probably before it. But
and maybe
if
we,
there's 1,000 strong in an army,
or maybe we
it's
convince,
a lot of arrows.
we could either do that,
It's
we
been a
could,
long time since dragons have been used in open warfare for any reason, because they're independent creatures that can do their own thing. So since the Dragon Wars, they haven't really actively participated in any way. You know for a fact that larger dragons, adult dragons, and ancient dragons are more than capable of devastating forces of tens of thousands of soldiers in open conflict with no effort.
if we could somehow convince the dragon to strike the tower, and then we also enter in. He deals with the peons, and we go for the main source of the problem.
That'd be fantastic. But what's a dragon got? What are we going to offer a dragon that it can't get itself?
Mass food production.
I'm pretty sure he can handle that.
Yeah,
But regardless, even with the tower, and even with Mr. Grumpy Bald Guy back in the other place, like, we still have skim rot that we need to attend to in other places. Because didn't the mayor said it was spreading in Anvil and different, like, all up the Central Valley?
Well, the elf is headed to
Fair.
Greencrest to give him the news that we have the cure.
and then Thimble is finishing the cure.
Dimble.
Dimble, sorry. Dimble was finishing up the cure, and then he was going to go with the townsfolk back to Greencrest.
But
Where
they
the
might
townsfolk
be
stay.
more.
Townsfolk decided to stay.
You're right.
Yeah, Dimble's not going anywhere.
Sasha, you're good.
Dimple is going to help with the production, but we might need to help out with providing it. And that is what I got sent up here for, too, so we need to make sure that happens, too.
It's happening. Alright, so we have to decide. Are we tracking down this hydra or not?
We need to deal with it. We're here. We have the opportunity. And actually, Druid, do you know how long it takes a hydra to heal?
Ellen. Maybe.
Ignore her.
Yes. So, Alin, do you know how long hydras may need to rest to heal?
Kind of depends on how badly they're hurt. But from the looks of it, looks like the hydra was in pretty critical condition before it took Luthok and ran away. I definitely want to do a... What kind of check? History? Or nature check?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Which one do you want to use?
I want to find out.
No, hang on. Let me help you out with this.
Because they're both +1.
They're both +1? Then...
But I would like to find out what I would know about if hydras can heal themselves, how long it's going to take.
Okay, based upon what you've read or based upon personal experience?
What I've read.
Okay, so history check.
Can I was gonna ask to assist her.
No, you don't know either.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's a 5.
A 5? You'll know. You have no idea. It could widely vary between different hydras. There's not a catch-all for hydra anatomy.
It's a little hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell with each hydra. Everyone's different. Everyone's, just like we are different. Same with hydras. So I can't really tell, but the only thing I could tell during the fight is that it was very badly injured. And I am pretty sure if we go back as soon as possible, it might still be in its weakened state. I can check, though.
What do you mean, head out by yourself?
Well, I'd be up in the air. I have a broom.
Just stay out of it. It doesn't...
If you believe, just worried.
Well, from the air, it'll be hard to track.
It did have a lair, we presume, underwater.
I can check for water activity. I can always commune with nature, find out with everyone, beasts, anyone.
If anyone here is qualified to find it, it's probably you. Just saying. It's not going to be easy from the air. Shouldn't risk going down alone.
Yeah. How long can you fly for?
A minute.
Yes, yeah, you're probably not helping on that one.
No, probably not.
Well, I can try and see if the broom would cooperate. Well,
The broom
How
does
big
what you
is the
want.
broom?
It's just a broom.
how big is the broom? Can it fit 2 people on the broom? Let's say.
It's
Just
designed for one rider.
Okay.
You could turn into a bird and
You
have
could
your...
possibly fit someone if it was like a gnome or a halfling.
The only thing I could think of would be is if you asked your bloody broom if it could allow another rider while you flew alongside it as a bird. And there would be 2 of you.
Or I can be a squirrel.
You could be a squirrel. I don't know how that helps us, though. What's the plan there?
You still have to cross the lake.
Climb trees. Or I can try and be an aquatic creature. Like, why don't I try to be
Why don't you just be a bird?
a turtle?
She can't.
Really?
Mechanically, legitimately, she can't.
Oh,
That's why-
shit!
She's not playing-
Really?
She's not playing Circle of the Moon.
I forgot!
FYI, Druid sucks for everything except Circle of the Moon.
Really? And does it say because it has a fly feed you can't?
Fly
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, it's
Fly,
fine.
you get swim speed first and then fly speed at certain levels.
Circle of the Moon can't fly either until they still have the same movement, but they get better transformation.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Interesting.
Yeah.
Could you be a flying squirrel? Doesn't have a fly speed, it glides.
All they do is glide. Yeah. You can glide as far as its run speed is. There you go.
Perfect.
Me. That's what they do anyways, basically. Whatever.
Essentially.
Yeah, if you...
I don't know. Whatever approach you want to take, it's your risk to take. I can't really help you out there. I'm not a naturalist.
Well, it would be best to find out here sooner or later. Because if I can fly there and fly back, we can make a plan. Wake Alfarius up. I'll try and...
Of all the people here, you're the most qualified. You can talk to the plants as far as I know, and then you have the broom, so you're mobile.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the broom to get close and investigate something else.
Just, be careful. Don't die. It's not a fun thing to do.
Gotten close, haven't died yet. Did have my throat ripped out, though. Quite unpleasant.
Just have faith in me. Just
Not
like
say-
the paladin would say.
It's not that I don't have faith in you, I'm worried.
You can do whatever you want. You don't need their permission.
Oh, I know.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're not acting like you do.
Well, I'm playing into it.
Go on. Do it.
If you believe... Because my only hesitation is that I want you safe. We've already lost one friend, I'm worried for another.
I'll be fine.
Perfect. Then if you believe it, go right ahead and investigate. Me and Riken will stay around and offer our assistance to others. Maybe go out and take care of some ghouls around the way.
And just remember, I'm not by myself.
You're right. You
Reginald
have
is with me.
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald, brave mouse.
Only
He will
with-
be there. If anything, he will come to you. If something happens.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All I see is a hydra. And her going...
As far as I'm aware, mice aren't great swimmers. Everything that direction is nothing but
Pretty
swamp.
much.
Water.
Well, it's your risk.
Good thing Reginald's a dragon in transformation.
You choose. I won't stop you from going.
Let me go investigate. Promise
Okay.
I won't do anything cray-cray.
Good.
What is this cray-cray you speak of?
It's crazy. It's just a lazy way of saying crazy.
I've never heard that word, and I'm glad I have it as I pull up a book and write it down. New words. I need them.
It's more of a phrase.
All right. So that's what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I look at my broom. Come here.
Okay. Flies your hand.
And then I like, we're inside, right? Is there an open window I can just whoosh out of?
No.
Darn.
You could just walk out the door, though. Like a normal person.
I want to do it the cool way, okay. After I see that there's no open
This isn't a Studio
windows,
Ghibli movie. Just go out the door.
If I don't see any open windows, I just go out the door.
I'd like
kinda
to.
hop,
I'd like to follow her out the door.
hop.
Like all the way out, or are you just following her to the door?
I'm following her out as she flies away.
Okay.
I want to see her lift off and go away. I
Okay.
want to make sure.
Go away.
And what, she flies?
Go away.
No, I want to do something when she's like lifting off and flying past the
Oh
town.
God.
I'm gonna put
Here
the
we
hat
go.
on her head.
And I'm not putting a hat on her head.
That's what you were gonna do.
No, actually, different idea.
Now you have one.
Now I have a hat idea,
I go
but
out.
it can't move. Damn it!
So
I have to
go
buy a
out.
hat.
Okay, you go out, but what's the plan? What are you gonna do? How much time are you gonna spend looking? How are you gonna look? What's your plan?
I'm going to spend 3 hours looking.
3 hours?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm going to spend
By
3
looking how? Just flying over the water and looking at it? Or what are you gonna do?
I'm going to go to the last
I need
place.
specifics because you could die.
I'm going to go to the last place I saw the hydra.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and intervene and do survival checks and nature checks to check if there's any tracks, like, dead bodies, like Luthok body parts floating around.
Okay.
That kind of example. Traces, because, we did injure the hydra. I'm pretty sure it's gonna try and recuperate itself.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay?
And then there were
What are the
two.
And what are the two of you doing?
Honestly, I was just gonna offer our services up to the town for like help clearing stuff, maybe going out trying to take care of like the couple ghouls that are still within town.
There aren't any undead left in town.
None in
Okay.
town left.
Unless you want to go out hunting them, I say we just kind of be handymen around the place.
Yeah.
Not much else we can do unless you have a book you need to read.
Not with me.
I have a magic book that I can't open. That's it.
Yeah. When do you get that looked at?
Yes, I want to open it.
What's on the book again?
I pull out the book. And then I...
It's called the Arcane Librum of Kali.
That's right.
What the Metapro said. I was going to pull out my notes, but you beat me to it. Thank you. Yes, and I pull it out, and I put it on the table before we go out and help.
Librum of Kali.
Actually, you try to open it. I failed.
All right. So I'm just gonna take a look at it.
Okay.
I guess. Arcana checks.
Yep.
If there's anything in there.
Yep.
Hey, that's pretty good. 17.
17.
Mhm.
I mean, it's definitely sealed.
It's magically sealed.
Could it dispel
I don't-
dispel? Open it?
Maybe. Might just. I don't know the depth of the enchantment off of just looking at it with my knowledge. You might just dispel the entire thing. Or you just dispel the lock. 50 in my book.
Can I?
You're not sure what the nature of what's on the inside of the book is altogether. A dispel magic on the enchantment that's keeping it locked would probably work if you
Just
targeted the enchantment.
out of character?
But knowing the issue is you know this, but you don't know this. Wizards can sometimes have some very, very nasty response spells for people who attempt to force them open.
Could be trapped.
Mhm.
If you try to open this.
Out of character, you gave me a giant red button through a glass that says "Do not break," and you gave me a hammer,
I know.
and you left the room.
Hey, you do what you want, but this thing can be really dangerous.
I could do it at distance.
Sometimes distance doesn't matter.
Hold up. I need to decide if this is what you would do.
Yeah, you really have no idea. It could be anything from catching people on fire, or returning magic, or recasting magic, or reflecting it, or the book could open and it could summon a fucking shield guardian, or you never know. Something that's sealed like this. Wizards aren't big, huge fans of sealing their books and not protecting them.
This book is sealed for a reason, and
You're right.
beyond the seal, who knows what there is.
You're right.
You could open it and find a bunch of secrets, just totally unguarded, but I doubt it.
Why do you have to tempt me, Riken? You persuade me and then say, "But here's a cookie."
Now, one thing you know for sure is it's definitely a wizard's tome.
It's definitely.
You recognize the name Kali.
Do I?
Yep.
From Swan?
Mm-hmm.
In what context?
In the context that you've heard his name before.
Just as a wizard,
Yep. Just as a wizard.
but historically still around? Or,
You're not sure.
But it's just,
Nobody's seen him for a long time.
okay. And how did he?
He was
how
around
did
the
he
last time that you heard his name.
How did he relate to the world, the country down there?
It's just a wizard.
Just a powerful wizard.
Not even powerful, just a wizard.
Okay. Huh. I never interacted with
Most wizards never reach any kind of level of concern when it comes to power.
Okay.
Most wizards spend their whole lives achieving 3rd level or 4th level spells.
But he was from Damascus, so I.
He wasn't necessarily from Damascus, but you've heard his name before.
You know, it's strange. I've actually heard this wizard's name before.
Really?
Yeah, when I lived in Damascus.
What's the arcane circle in Damascus in Suan?
I don't know.
It should be in your packet.
Is it?
That it is. Yeah, I take the book back. When we head to Greencrest, I might have oh dear lord, I forgot your name.
I can't find my
What's
Suan
What's the wizard lady's
card.
name?
Which wizard lady?
The one that makes all of our stuff,
She's an alchemist.
Oh, she's an alchemist.
but she does magic.
God dang it. What was her name? See?
It's been a while
She
since
wouldn't.
we've
This isn't in her realm of expertise either. She's an
I really
alchemist.
am.
She's an alchemist and
Basic enchanter.
and not even an enchanter. That's and artificer. So her speciality is making simple magic items or magic items and things like relics
Fair enough.
and creating relics and stuff.
I'm taking these off from my fucking ass.
Like she can't even make spell scrolls. She has to order them. She already told you guys that. She has to find them. Like you guys have to put them in the order you're looking for something. Same thing with most magic items. but potions and everything she makes. And her name is Vana.
Vana. Thank you. So we're going to have to get this identified. Or...
I mean, it's identified. It's a spell book. It's tough to identify.
Out of character, though.
What you need to find out, what the problem is it's going to take a wizard to undo another wizard's work.
Ah, okay. And out of character, just because I'm curious, because I can get the spell, and I'm wondering if I should take it. Identify. If I were to cast Identify on this book, would I gain more information about the book?
If you cast Identify on it, no. The book it's a spell book.
Because it wouldn't portray anything inside or anything, right?
No.
I asked just because I can get the spell, so I'm generally curious about it. Because it's
what I'm debating right now is whether or not Identify can tell you what type of.
Yeah. Because here, I'll read it.
You need to use Detect Magic. Detect Magic would tell you what spell or enchantment is active.
Oh.
Because it tells you the nature of the spell. It's obviously an enchantment. That much is obvious.
Fair enough.
So it's an enchantment magic, but it's some sort of lock that keeps the book from being pried open.
Cool. That works.
There's no visible machinations or visible sigilry or anything on the book.
Mm-hmm.
You just, when you go to open it and undo the heavy leather bindings, you cannot physically open them, even though it looks like it should be a simple latch and open.
Feeling itchy to... actually, can I... Never mind, he's looking right at me.
But did you want to read me Identify so that we can get to the bottom of your inquiry?
Sorry, I clicked away because I thought we kind of solved it. I do apologize. Let me add spell. Boop. Identify. I can't see. One moment.
You have glasses.
My eyes were starting to hurt. I had to take them off. I've been wearing them all day. My brain is still trying to correlate good vision. You choose. You choose one object that you must touch.
Uh-huh.
Throughout the casting of the spell, if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. That spell got cooler with one line of text.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm sad.
So so Detect Magic would tell you the nature of it, but so if you wanted to use Identify, I could tell you exactly what level spell is protecting it, basically.
Okay, cool.
And what the name of the spell would be.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Just generally curious.
But all the other information I've already given you that's relevant, you already have.
Okay.
You know it's a wizard's tome. You know it has something in it, but nothing in Identify says that it's going to tell you what spells are in it, or you know how to use a spell book. It requires a wizard to read it. You have to identify their ciphers and work their reverse engineer their spells.
Cool. That's perfectly fine. That answers my question.
Yeah. A spell book is simple to use. You open it and you read it.
Well then, I say we just...
And they don't require attunement. So, you already have all the answers you need.
Cool. Realistically, I say we just... I don't have much to talk about about the book. I have no idea.
I'm no wizard.
I'm not one either.
Might be able to sell it to a wizard for a pretty penny, though.
True. And maybe it may contain something worth having ourselves.
Possibly, but none of us can really... I mean, unless you want to spend years learning how to be a wizard.
My magic is still arcane. Out of character, it's still arcane, right? I know this is your homebrew, so I want to make sure I said that right. Bards are still arcane magic in your world.
Yeah, for lack of better making sense, yes.
So
they use arcane magic.
Theoretically, I could learn an arcane spell, as long as it's arcane, technically.
No. You has to be on your spell list capable of casting.
I know, but I mean, hypothetically, let's say it's a wizard's spell tome.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. General curiosity.
No. You could learn it as soon as you technically... No, it has to be on your spell list. You have to be capable of casting it.
Okay.
So even though I know at certain levels the bard can take spells from whatever list, but he automatically learns whatever he takes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. That was just general curiosity. Because I know we've had these talks, so I just thought I'd ask because I'm curious if you changed it.
No, it's fine. No further explanation is needed.
Cool. Awesome.
I had to think about that. I was like, well, they are capable of learning wizard spells, but it's like, yeah, but they learn those specific ones they choose. They don't just get access to the wizard spell list because they choose wizard spells.
I'm kind of curious. Just like,
So.
oh, I've been seeing you do this a lot.
Notes. That's where D&D breaks down into mechanics versus the fun and the fluff.
Yeah. But that's fine. Without quite a bit of time and experience, I wouldn't be able to learn anything out of it.
You might be able to.
If it's on my spell list.
Yes. And there are spells that are shared by both wizard and the bard.
There's certain magics that I could use if they...
Like identify.
Like identify.
Mm.
Metacrow has instructed me that there are certain things out of the book I could learn, but I'd have to see.
All hail Metacrow.
So, do you have anything else we should talk about, or do we wish to just head into town and help out as much as we can?
I suppose we could help these people some more.
Might as well.
So you guys just can basically meander around town and help them with whatever regular stuff?
Whatever we can. Then comes to manual labor, getting food, you name it.
Okay.
We are going to be the heroes of Fogbottom.
Alright, sounds good. Nice. You guys tidy up, clean up your mess from having breakfast, and then you head outside and ask for menial tasks, basically, to assist the town.
Yep.
It's not much. There's only 14 people who survived in the town, so
yeah,
there's a lot of work to do. But it's mainly just closing up people's homes is what they're really working on.
Yeah, I will help with that.
It's basically just sealing them with like wood planks and stuff, and to make sure that looters or trespassers can't go in other people's homes and just take things.
I'm definitely looking for loose gold.
Yeah, right.
Yes, definitely.
Breaking to the rescue.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Okay, so you, on the other hand, I mean, you took off and you flew out back towards the Blight Tree, finding the water in the state of the swamp, and really no different than it was the last time you left it. It's flat water. It's musky, and it's but the wind is nice and refreshing and hitting your face as you fly on the broom. But you get to the spot where you last saw the hydra. The ruins of Grenda's lair have fully collapsed into down into the water. They're no longer visible.
Is there any way I could... No. Any wildlife near me?
Not that you see immediately from flying where you are.
When we last saw the hydra, it sunk down and went underneath the lair, right?
It went into the water, but you don't know where it went.
I thought you said it was in the lair.
I never said that.
Heading towards the lair. Like the shadows were heading underneath.
You don't know. You lost sight of it underneath the lair, but you don't know where it went.
I don't know what to do then. I just thought there'd be something.
You're a druid. Birds would know where to avoid.
Yeah, but there's no wildlife. There is no wildlife near me, so if there's no wildlife, I would assume it's because they don't want to be there. But then if I go down, it's gonna be dangerous right there. I kind of want to go a little bit further up the stream.
Well, it's not a stream; it's a swamp.
Just a big lake, essentially.
Yeah. This side of Fog Bottom is basically attached to the lake. So it's really just swamp. There's no real landmass anywhere. It's just trees and water.
Well, I want to take a look around the area and see if I notice, like, if there's tree branches or, like, trees that have been cut off as if, like, something large, like a hydra was passing through.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Perception.
Mhm.
Good, yeah. 13 plus 7, 20. Modified 20.
You don't really see any obvious signs of anything. The hydra swims. You don't see any signs of it, like, knocking anything over or breaking anything or passing through the area. But you know that they can't live underwater.
Yeah, that's why I want to try and see if they go on land. So, if it's in the general area that I don't see it, then if it's a swamp, then it connects to another lake.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like to try and go to that area
What area?
where the swamp becomes a lake.
You're already in it.
So you want to head towards the lake, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looking for signs?
Okay. Yeah, so you start flying out. And you fly for about 40 minutes or so, covering a fair amount of distance, and you start seeing basically the breadth and width of the massive lake that sits in the middle of the Central Vale start coming into view, and you see off in the distance, like a tiny dot, you can see like the ruins of Orn kind of picking up from the edge of the lake, and you can see the far side and the edge of the veiled forest where it moves out of the Trollclaw Mires, and you can see where it starts to become low flatlands and where the Brown Bear Hills begin. So you're just kind of floating up there and like looking around. There's more waves in the lake, more movement, and there's kind of a slight wind that's picking up at this point.
Still nothing. Still nothing.
Now it's less. There's the edges, though. You can see that there's like as it starts to combine, and the mires kind of start touching what will become like the lowlands and the Brown Bear foothills. It's a lot more like when you first entered the Trollclaw Mires. It's muddy, and you can see the pits of that like caustic like mud and liquid that bubbles, and you can see there's the fog is still though just kind of rolling outwards, and it's kind of picking up and obscuring some of the shore.
I don't want to be out there. No wildlife that I can see around there.
No, not just looking. Not from where you are. You can't see any.
Get low. I won't be able to see much being in the fog. There's no sign of the hydra anywhere. Because the hydra can swim. The hydra can't be in the water, it has to be on the land. Can I go towards the Bear Hills, or would
You
I
can
be
do whatever you want.
Well, would I be going too far away?
It's a very subjective statement. Do you think it's too far?
I would want to see. I just want to go more towards where the lake becomes more like there's more land close by to it.
Okay, so you want to fly to the Brown Bear foothills then? Towards the shore?
Yes.
Okay. So you just zip over there. Scanning the ground in the area around. You don't see a hydra.
No traces, no like big ass hydra footsteps.
No.
No traces of blood.
No.
Nothing like that. Not even a funky smell.
The whole mire smells musky and like kind of warm and has its own unique fragrances. But flying on the broom and stuff and being elevated and like above it, no, there's a nice wind that's picked up. You're not picking up on anything.
Just hoping being up at the air, I can have more ability to see a large creature.
You can. You don't see it though.
I feel like it's gone further. It has been a day.
2 days.
2 days.
Mhm.
But I would think it would spend most of its days trying to heal itself. But if it's not back at the swamp, it's not out here. There's no wildlife, so can't ask. If I try to descend, I don't want to be too close to the ground, but like if it was a tree, I'd be like right here.
At canopy level, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of trees. Where you are is sparse and open. It's the veiled forest has basically disappeared, and you're at the edge of where the Trollclaw Mires basically begin if you're leaving the Brown Barefoot Hills to enter them. So on the side of the shore from where you are, it's nothing but caustic pits, quicksand, mud, and it's just a massive bog covered in fog. And you looking out, you can see this expansive grass sea and rolling hills that just begin to stretch out in front of you. South.
Relax.
I like there's no point. Can't
Sounds
see
fun.
much. Can't do much. So I'll just head back to the group.
Okay. So you spend an hour flying back. She comes back and she tells you she couldn't find it.
No traces of it anywhere. Like I've checked all the way out to the Bear Hills. I checked all the way out to the beginning of Fog Bottom. I don't see anything. I also don't see much wildlife from where I was, which is odd because there were vultures around the area, especially near the beginning of the Trollclaw Mire. But now there's not.
You also went the completely opposite direction of where you entered. So why would you see the same vultures?
Quicksand, people get trapped in there. Vultures.
Well, last place we saw it was on that little island with the tree.
White tree, yep, no, nothing. Grenda's lair did cave in. Grenda's lair was sunken down, but nothing out there.
Nothing.
Sounds fun.
You're a druid. How would you draw one out?
Well, the last time the hydra came out, there was a lot of food for the hydra.
Yeah, a lot of racket.
And then we also don't know if the hydra was connected to Grenda, too.
No, but it attacked a bunch of men on the shore. Probably were being noisy and making a racket. Attacked us during a fight, or shortly after one. A lot of noise, a lot of racket. Maybe it just looks for something noisy, and then if it sees what it likes, it eats.
Well,
Or
maybe
if
it would
likes
be
what it
good.
sees.
Maybe it would be good if the bard steps in this one. He can sing his songs about his people.
Or
Kind
die.
of thing.
Or die.
But from what I see, I get the feeling the hydra's in its own little place.
It's
Unless
lair.
we do draw its attention again.
Did you ever talk to any of the animals? You couldn't find anything?
No animals. Nothing I could see, nothing.
Seems odd.
Very unusual. It just doesn't seem right at all.
I don't know.
Even back at our bottom, it's just, there's not a lot. But it is a swamp. But I would thought there'd be some frogs, lizards, more amphibians.
Did you ever go to the ground?
No.
It's hard to talk to them in the air.
With a hydra around, I kind of do want to be on the safer side.
How fast is that broom? You can probably outrun it. Maybe.
I think it's 120 feet
I don't
or
think
something
it's
like that.
fast. I think it's
60 or something like that.
It has a flying speed of 50 feet.
50.
That's pretty fast.
And it can carry up to 400 pounds, but if flying speed becomes 30 feet while carrying over 200 pounds.
Basically, it goes 50 feet every second, 2 seconds.
That's pretty quick.
Fast.
Dash. And it's a mount, so you can make it take the dash action, and then still have all your actions. It's pretty neat. It's a good item.
But I guess I could try again.
Well, I mean, you did it safe. Maybe try a little more risk and get a little lower. That broom's pretty speedy. If you have to make an escape, you probably could do it.
Still trying to adjust to it. It could be a little bit interesting. Riding a broom.
It's up to you. Try again, or we can just try and draw it out, get something to bleed, and make some noise.
Do they have any cattle around?
I don't know. Do they have any livestock in this town?
Hogs.
Hogs. Hogs squeal when you cut them.
Mm-hmm. Do it just right. Have it attempt to run near the water.
We'll just tether it.
Yeah, that works too.
Tether it, hobble it, cut it. It'll scream.
How's the druid feel about this?
She doesn't have to really like it. We got a job to do.
I know, but I would prefer not to see her god again.
We could tickle it. Tickling it will make it squeal.
That's a little. It's bait for a monster either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's getting
Hydra doesn't want to be fed. The Hydra wants to hunt. The power's out.
All right, it's your call. If you want to go out there and a little more risky this time, and try and find the lair, or we bait it with a pig. Maybe. I don't know if that'll work, but I assume it might. Take it right back to that tree, and just make a noise.
Well, a pig does make good noises.
We
The
could always
pig's got to die, though. You understand that part?
Yeah, whatever we're using it as bait. It's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I can't break this to you anyway, but bluntly.
But on the other hand, the pig's going to die anyway because it's going to be someone's meal.
Yeah, the only difference is we're feeding it to a hydra. So again, it's giving someone else's meal.
Yeah. It's
Well, let's
fulfilling
make
its
sure
purpose
it's
if
okay
you really
with
think
its
about it.
owners.
We're gonna pay them for it properly.
Are we, though?
We
We're
should.
kind of their saviors.
Let's, as you always say, we need money to live. They probably do too.
I bet you they would be very thankful to have a hydra out of their
If they
area.
offer it for free, we take it. If not, we give them a gold piece for a goddamn hog.
Fine.
It's well above market value.
We take the oldest one.
I'm gonna be here. I pull out a gold piece.
That's fair.
I'll give it my piece, so we don't lose anything. All right?
We take the oldest one.
Yes.
Let the young ones live for just a little while.
Yes. But now
Maybe not the oldest, probably.
we could use a cat. There's one over there.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's this raggedy old cat just scurry out underneath one of the houses.
all right. So which way do we want to go with this?
But we need to make sure we're in a much more suited area.
Tell you what, let's go get a pig, put it on the barge, head that direction. You can search in the meantime with your broom, and we'll just both at once. And if you find it, you can come back to us, and we'll eat the pig for dinner.
Fine. do this.
Do we wish to antagonize the hydra?
What are you talking about?
Well, if we're going to bait the hydra.
Well, if we bait it, yeah, we're gonna kill it.
Okay.
We got this.
Just want to make sure. We should go definitely just kick the dragon's door down now at this point.
Why not?
All right. I go up to the door.
Like you always like to say, let's go be heroes.
Let's not go see the people who hold our collars. How about that? What better? Let's not die.
I would prefer not to die.
Let's go be heroes while not dying. Is it a little better?
Sure.
Works. I go upstairs to Alfarius' room,
Mhm.
and I knock.
No answer.
Okay, I try to open the door.
It's locked.
I imaginarily pull invisible gloves,
Okay.
and then I reach in and I pull out.
Best just leave him. We'll be alright.
One thing.
Running away is always an option.
I reach out my hand, and I use a minor illusion to make a loud crack and bang to our left. It sounds like just someone just kicks in the door all loud.
Okay. Nothing. You a loud bang.
Did you see him when he got back?
No,
he was
actually.
hanging on by a thread.
Oh, fair enough.
He needs his rest. Give it to him.
Fair enough. Let us go be heroes and kill a hydra.
Or
Or
run away because we can't pull it off.
yes, but we hurt it a bit, so it can't heal as much.
We'll see about that. Anyway, get that broom out. See if you can find the lair.
That means we need to use the barge.
Mhm.
Can we operate the barge?
We know where we're headed now.
Can I operate a barge?
Cannot.
What is my role to operate the barge?
Do you have any proficiencies involved with boating?
I did not know this was a proficiency.
It's a vehicle.
Land.
Proficiency with vehicles.
Does
I
that
have land vehicles.
Yeah, so he can drive carts and carriages and wagons and stuff.
Actually, I think I legitimately have.
Chariot.
I think I might have proficiency in land vehicles too. Let me check.
Nada.
I mean, realistically, you can attempt to work it. The difference is that barges take a little bit extra work because it requires more of a knowledge of navigation in going through the swamp and the ways to do it, more than like a rowboat, which just is rowing. Barges require a little bit more
Finesse.
direction, and they're just unwieldy. They take experience, especially in a clustered environment like this.
While we were helping everybody out, anybody have a rowboat lying around?
Not a rowboat, no.
We could make one.
Row me about.
People do the best they can to avoid getting on the water, because things like hydras live in the water, and dire crocodiles.
Fair enough.
Just looks like a crunchy meal from underneath the water.
Let's go find that barge.
Let's try to use a barge. I think between the two of us, we might be able to figure something out.
Sure. Why not?
Worst case scenario, cracks. We get in the water and we swim back and we wait.
Oh, I'll be flying back. But yes.
Well, as far as he gets in a minute.
Yeah.
Then he'll be swimming back.
Pretty quick.
You're gonna get to 6 feet in the air.
You
Dispel
can move
magic.
pretty quick. You're just moving.
I'm just saying, if you're above water and you're flying, I'm gonna dispel his fly.
You're a real dick. I got 2 spells.
Right? You get 2 of them back on the short rest, whatever.
That's true.
I mean, aside from the barge that already belongs to somebody, there are 2 others that are attached to the dock as well.
Are there any small ones?
We
What is the
define it as,
smallest
like,
one?
small.
What is the smallest of the 3?
Smaller than the biggest one?
We say we take the smallest of the 3.
Okay. That's just the 2 of us. Getting
Yes.
to know each other, I guess.
I am okay with this.
Hooray. He's
Yes.
okay with this.
Nice.
Yay.
All right.
Boat handling check?
Survival.
It's to be flat roll without proficiency. You guys make a
I have a question.
make a
Who's piloting?
You're going to have to make a
I'm curious if this is a
flat intelligence check.
flat
No,
intelligence.
Yep. Without proficiency.
Got a +1.
In order to
I have
get it
Plus 0 to my intelligence.
to
Can I add half proficiency to
no,
this
you
roll?
cannot.
Well, I'm half proficient in
Not in
everything.
this, you're not.
I'm a jack of all trades, though. I know everything.
It's not a skill check.
Are you rolling 2 dice? Or you want me to roll one?
I'll keep
Ooh,
it.
that's good enough, I think.
It's 5. Yeah, yours is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 21.
For the most part, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You guys get it. You undo the ropes. You disconnect it from the dock and kind of get rid of any of the unnecessary, like cargo and junk, like empty crates and such, off there, and make room for yourselves. It's a decent sized little barge, but getting it going the right direction takes a little bit of work, and it's pretty unwieldy. And you know the general direction.
I mean, we kind of assume we're put the hog up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't say we're getting the hog, so I was slightly distraught. I was like,
Well, just because you unhinged it and stuff and like started working on it doesn't mean that you can't
Yeah.
get off.
I'll pilot this thing. Why don't you go get a pig?
Yeah.
oh, I'll be right back.
It's so useful.
Hey! Yeah, I approach the townspeople.
All livestock has been moved to one person's residence.
I go to that one person's residence.
Okay. Yeah, so you come up and knock on the door, and a lady opens, probably in her like mid-40s or maybe early 50s. Yeah, how can I help you?
Yes, my name is Thalen. I was wondering if I could purchase one of your hogs.
No, I don't see why not.
Absolutely. We'll take your oldest hog.
I'm not necessarily sure which one's the oldest, but what are you looking for? Were you looking for just like a large hog to slaughter, or?
Yes, I'm looking for a large hog to slaughter, preferably one that has maybe some marks or scarring.
The biggest
Well, why
one
don't
you
you?
got.
Well, why don't you go take your pick and then bring it back to me, and we can discuss the price.
Perfect. I walk out to see them hogs.
There's a variety of them. There's about like 7 or 8 in the pen. So
Do any of them look older than the rest?
not really. They look bigger. You know that they get huge the like older they are and more
What's
well
the
fed they are.
biggest one?
There's a few. Take your pick.
I take the biggest one.
Okay. The biggest one, just flat out.
I'm taking a big
Okay. Sure. So you look around real quick and you're like, I don't know what the fucking. I've never done this before. So you get to climb into the pin over the short thing and you grab it and you kind of like lead it and then you find a rope real quick and you
I was gonna do it.
lash it real fast and then you just take it out of the pin.
Yeah.
You walk around the front and she opens the door and says, oh, okay. I think based on the size, I think 10 silver is a fair price.
I pull out a gold coin. There you go.
And she takes it.
Keep the change.
Oh, well, enjoy.
Your town has been through a rough one, so
I have to say so.
if you need anything else, just ask. There's an adventuring party in town that might be able to help with menial tasks if they're a bit bored.
No, yeah, I hadn't noticed.
Fair enough. I hope you have a good day.
You're all staying at the Cunning Fox, right?
Yes.
No.
I hope you have a good day.
I will. She closes the door.
I look at this pig.
Looks like a pig. He looks confused.
That'll do,
Just
pig.
points at you.
I look. I see it wink. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And I begin going back to the barge.
All right. You see Riken over there kind of struggling with trying to figure it out, and he's getting getting it down the idea of like pushing it.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Just cut it.
Eldritch Blaster.
Like who ties a knot like this? Well, I'm not familiar with sea knots.
Yeah, I reckon I got the hog.
Good.
His name is Wilbert.
This thing's ready to go.
Perfect.
It's gonna take you.
Did you name the pig we're going to slaughter?
It's gonna take you guys
Yes.
a minimum of 3 hours to get back.
Yeah.
Traveling through the. There's no real currents in the swamp, so.
Of course, if this is going in the book, the pig has to have a name. Its name is Wilbert.
Yeah.
He was also knighted. He is Sir Wilbert.
Sir Wilbur.
Sir Wilbur.
The Honorable...
Pigs a lot.
Okay.
So once again, skimming across the trees, trying to hold on to your cloak and make sure it stays attached to you. You make your way back to the black tree and kind of fly down and take a closer look at the area. At which point, not being, 50 feet above the canopy at this point, you can see all sorts of wildlife nearby. You see fish swimming, and it looks like maybe ravens or crows inhabiting some of the nearby trees, some more sort of wildlife. You see a crocodile, into the water from this small space about 100 yards away.
I'm gonna witch style sit on the side of my broom and
Yeah.
holding on to it.
Side saddle.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to it while I look at the crocodile.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Sorry. And I look at the crocodile. Next time it pops its head out. What time is it?
Oh, let's see. It's a long time you guys spent doing that, going back and forth. Past midday.
Good afternoon.
Quit yawning.
I just see this alligator popping up. Quit yawning.
I mean, she doesn't see it anymore. It went into the water. You haven't seen it come back out.
I go into my bag. And I get a berry and I throw it in the water where the crocodile is.
And it kind of floats on the surface.
And I wait.
You see fish. Gobble it.
Fish.
Fish back in the water. Yeah.
All I see
Get
is
more berries. Get more berries. I need you to come out now.
As you just throwing out these berries or whatever. And then
Glorious
you
sea
see,
creatures. Stay above. They're not.
They're eating them, but they can't hear you. Because they're snatching them from under the water. They're,
I have a berry and I look at the crows and I'm tossing the berry up and down my hand.
Well, you hear the crop.
Rock.
Looking at you.
Would you like a berry?
It's not coming over. They're sitting
Would you like a berry?
there. Doesn't seem interested.
Okay, I'm gonna fly closer to
But it looks like they're all talking to each other.
Okay, I'm gonna go to
I just see this herd of crows. What the fuck is that crazy bitch doing? I don't know. She
Yeah.
tossing a berry? Dude, she trying to call us over here? Dude, don't do it. It's a trap, bro. Bro, it's a trap. Don't do it.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. It's the berry, man. It's the berry.
Fly over
bro.
there. Uh-huh.
Would you magnificent creatures like some berries? But just do you mind answering some questions and I can give you some berries?
They're just cocking their heads and looking around and eyeing you from the side. Very suspicious. This is suspect. They've never had strangers offer them things.
Yeah, crows.
On a broom?
Not to
Yeah,
be true.
especially on a broom.
They're just like...
I have plenty of berries. I just need you to assist me with something. It's very important.
What are you looking for?
A hydra.
What's a hydra?
At one moment I put the berries back in. So I'm it's... Imagine my hands are big heads like I have. And they're mean, it's green, it has multiple heads, and it's just huge. Like that guy, as I see the crocodile pop his
You don't
head
see
up.
it.
Huh?
What are you making assumptions for? You're not the storyteller here.
Assuming they saw it earlier. Fucking crows, they see everything. like a crocodile. Color of a crocodile. With scales like that. But it's huge. Multiple heads. Hydra. Hydra.
I mean, we just stopped here. We're flying elsewhere.
Well, have you heard anything from anyone else regarding this creature?
No. We're not in the habit of just asking around either.
Would you do it for berries?
No.
And what are you doing here?
I told you we stopped. We're flying somewhere else.
Where are you flying to?
None of your business.
Get out of my car.
We're flying north.
Are you avoiding this area?
No, we stopped here, right? We're sitting in the middle of the tree, in the middle of this place, in this swamp.
Have you noticed anything, like, weird on your way throughout the swamp?
Not since we got here today.
Hmm.
Winds
Well-
are tired. We stopped.
Well, I guess you've been kind of helpful when I go into my hand. I only get, 7 berries.
No, thank you. We don't want them.
Why? They're good for you. If you're tired, you need the energy.
We like the stuff that your people leave behind. We don't want berries.
But that's just what my people leave behind, berries.
That's really suspect.
All I can...
You're not used to
You
people
look like
talking to
people.
you. Yeah. I'm a Druid. My name is Alin, Whisperer of Beasts.
You're not whispering.
Well, I don't want to right now.
You're being quite loud. You're all just looking around, scanning the sky for predators.
You think I'm gonna hurt you?
We don't know what you are. I don't know you.
I'm a Druid.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I can speak to you. You
I
can
know
speak
that.
to
We
me.
know this. We're all confused.
All right.
We've never spoken to one of your kind
Okay.
before.
Okay. You have much learning to do, young ones.
I'm not bird.
So I just give up on them. I'm just original. So I try to go back down the crocodile.
The crocodile, you don't know where it went. It went into the water, and it's somewhere.
Just stick your head in and ask for it. That's the worst case that happens.
Get dragged out by hydra.
Shoot.
Then there were fewer.
Hey, where did Lynn go?
Our barge is the whole party.
All right. I have my broom ready, but I'm gonna really hover down, like I am right here to the ground.
The water?
Not the water, the lair.
What layer?
I thought we were back
The
at
tree.
the. Oh,
You're not
Down
gonna
to the
tree.
ground. Yeah.
You're gonna fly over to the tree? Because that's not where the girls were.
I thought we were at the lair.
No, there's no. What layer are you talking about?
Grinda's lair?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't see it. It collapsed into the swamp. It's underwater. You assume.
Oh, then I'm confused where we are.
You were sitting, chilling in the water where the giant blight tree is.
Okay.
So you're technically by, if I'm not mistaken, you're by Grenda's lair where it used to be.
Mhm.
You know your location from the giant blight tree.
Yeah. You're just hovering in the middle of the swamp. It's all water. There's really not much land. There's small bits of it here and here where the trees are connected, but the trees basically are all in the water. This is where they live. There's no real. This is the deep swamp. It's not like the entrances where the wetlands turn into water. Like back where all the people live, where there's still land. And where you fought the trolls, this doesn't look anything like that. It's pure swamp. You can check the chat. It's dense trees and overgrowth and moss. It's a swamp.
Fuck.
Fucking pigs.
Alright. I'm going to go.
Yeah, you roll for
Yeah.
a while.
I'm going to find out where they are. Because I'm having no luck.
Okay. Yeah. So you fly back to him, she flies back to you.
Hey. Any luck?
Fucking birds.
Fucking pigs.
Why are we fucking birds and pigs?
Fucking
been a while.
birds. Sometimes they're just
Hey, you have.
weird.
I mean, you guys didn't stay at the brothel, so.
But how's Pig doing?
So Wilbur is just fine.
Wilbur, is that your name?
Oh shit, she can talk to the.
Yeah, she can!
Whoa, before you get ahead of yourself, don't tell them
It's
what
just
we're
like-
about to do.
Yeah. Continues chewing.
Yeah.
How's your day then, Wilbur? Are you ready?
I don't know what I'm doing on this boat.
You're going on an adventure. I promise you. Did you have it? Now tell me.
It just like sits.
Oh my god!
And then lays over.
Wilbur,
I guess a big one.
What?
you're an essential part in life right now.
Do I hear her?
Okay.
No.
Do I hear
You
this?
don't
No, you don't hear
understand.
it.
Fuck, she speaks Druidic.
But Druidic isn't a language that's tangible.
And I want you to know that I
Sounds
love
like
you.
it sounds like whispers and it's indistinguishable.
I want you to know that I love you. And you are a sacred piece to Lathana's world.
Alright. Just keeps chewing.
I'm gonna give
Are
you
you
some
trying to make
berries.
friends with the pig?
Of course.
Why?
I already made a mistake by naming it.
Have some
Yeah.
berries and enjoy yourself, okay?
Do you guys
Just-
like pain?
Do you
matter.
Is that why
like...
you do this? You like to connect yourself to the things that die around you?
Why do I have friends?
And then I look back at you two. So, do you want me to ask Wilbur to, like, squeal?
We're on the boat.
Not yet. That's a good point. I mean,
There's this little sliver of land where that tree is, and that's where I'd like to be standing.
I'll be honest with
Okay.
you, you're making
No,
this
look,
harder than I
Your
thought
friend is
it'd be.
dead, but there's other things that live here.
I don't want to fight the hydra here. I want to fight it there.
Yeah, if we have to fight the Hydra here, I'm gone.
Plus, we need a place to tie up the pig and hodl him.
Oh, tie him up,
She
Bill?
talked to the pig and now it's harder.
What? Don't get soft on me. It's a pig.
But it
If he
said
makes it-
okay.
If he makes it, he's delicious. If he doesn't make it, we get what we want.
But now I feel like it has a conscience. I should talk to it, learn if it wants to do this.
Wilbur has had a
You don't know any of this.
No, I'm talking in game, out of character. I'm like, ah.
Wilbur has had a good life.
You guys don't even know she's like
Ready.
talking to the pig
What?
in character.
Oh,
Wilbur has had a good life.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's alright.
He's comfortable. He's happy. He's having some berries. It's okay. I'm just gonna ask him to squeal, and then we'll be ready.
what is he just gonna say? All right, and squeal? I don't feel like that's how this is gonna work.
I understand. I'm gonna need you to close your eyes after a little while when we get there.
Just
Just do that for me. Yeah?
Okay.
goddamn naive dudes. Making this so much harder.
I'm gonna hover over them as we go to the retreat. And I'm just gonna surround the area to see if in the water I see some like shadows come up.
So about late day, you guys make it back to the light the light tree.
Tie it to the dock that's there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everything's exactly where you left it. 2 dead flesh golems, shattered skeleton bones,
Yeah, we approach
the charred spot where Brenda fucking dissipated. It's all there.
I approach the kind of where the Grinda's Lair was, and it's like that downcropping of the bridge.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys got a stake and rope?
I was
then you got a
tie
rope.
it to one of the roots that was sticking out from the tree.
I guess they could work. They run pretty deep into the island and pretty far out, so.
What he said.
Okay. And so you tie him up. It's just sitting there. It's just rooting around. Its nose in the dirt, in the mud.
This is the part where you need to close your eyes. Yeah?
Well, I can tell him to squeal.
Let just what it could say no, and we make it squeal anyway.
Look, how convincing is it going to be if it squeals and then it's done? We're trying to attract a predator, and predators like to prey on injured things.
Out of character. What if I looked at it and called its mother a pig with vicious mockery, and it did 1d4 damage?
It's a pig.
That
It's
would
not
damage
like a
it.
pig.
That's the same concept.
I'm just worried it may kill it.
Don't do talk.
Yeah, I don't want to talk this thing to death.
Listen.
I wish you do me that same courtesy in real life.
I understand your reticence to...
Oh fuck!
Oh no.
Feel,
funny.
yeah.
I understand your hesitance here to do harm to this animal?
No, I'm willing to do harm. I just don't want to do too much.
Okay. But we're not going to do too much, and I create a knife in my hand and I fucking stab the hog. Yeah, just boom, in. Twist it.
There's a small part of me that wants you to crit if he asked you to roll.
I don't know, you gonna ask me to roll?
No.
Damn. I wanted to see a Luthok incident all over again.
So you guys done?
I fucking stabbed the
You
hog.
gonna bleed it? Okay.
Yeah.
It squeals and howls and you stab it.
Yep. And now we just have to wait
I back up.
and
Yep,
keep it scared and howling. It's not going to be a fun business.
I'm up. I'm looking around. Kind of distraught at the sound.
You guys like hide nearby, or are you just gonna stand next to the pig?
We hide near.
We hide. I'm gonna go fucking. I'm gonna go
Fly up.
fudging
Checks,
hide.
please.
I fly up. I'm not hiding. I'm flying.
Same difference. Please give me a check. You're still hiding, even if you're above it. Not great there, Matt.
Yeah.
That 17 was like the best roll you've had,
I
other than that 20 you rolled.
18.
Okay.
Roll 18.
Okay.
I got with.
Yeehaw.
Actually, I have to.
don't know. This is a stealth, right?
Yeah. To hide. Still check to hide.
9. Got a solid 9.
A solid 9.
I got 18 with disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. I have disadvantage.
So you have a chance to get a better roll.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get a
Did it
better
get
roll.
worse?
It did.
Yeah.
I got a 7 now instead of a 9.
It's-
20! 36!
It's like I was supposed to hide, and then
43.
halfway through I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna
you just don't do a very good job. You kind of just go off to the side and and create some distance between you and it, but you're not really.
I like to think
Hiding very
that I have to keep an eye on the pig, and there's
Yeah.
really nowhere to get out of the line of sight.
So 11 times 3 is like 13, 14's our average. There's hope here.
Alright, so I got a 7. Keeping the pig.
So, yeah, you guys just sit there and you wait for a while, and it's an hour passes and nothing. So you go back over there and you kick the hog back into gear again, and create as much activity as you can on the shore. And more time passes, and it's starting to get less and less light. You know that you have a lantern on the barge, but
I have my
it'll be
driftwood
dark soon.
too.
I have vision.
Well, fancy you, half-elf.
So you sit there on the shore waiting
Yep.
and
Yeah.
waiting for some time.
Mhm.
And then we're going to take a break.
Patience.
Maybe the hydra is
Hunters are patient.
So we're going to take a quick 15-minute intermission, and then we're going to be right back.
Good, because I am a little hungry. I want a snack.
Did your food?
But thanks for hanging out with us.
No, it's a bit of a slow one. Okay.
This is the most cordial group has ever been. It's gorgeous. There's teamwork.
Yeah, Hydra's going to have a few snacks, bro. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to drop us a follow if you aren't following already. Hang out with us on social media. Get a hold of us on Twitter. Join our Discord and bullshit with us about Dungeons and Dragons.
We do love dungeons. And dragons.
Come hang out.
I like
Come play
Dragons more than
games.
Dungeons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
fair.
should be Dragons and Dungeons.
I've yeah.
Maybe, but it's best for last.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
A lot of us play games. Come hit us up if you want to play some games. I know I found a new game to play lately. It's called Risk of Rain 2.
No idea what that is.
It's like a little looter shooter 4-player co-op game where you just shoot stuff, kill bosses, and you go to the next world.
I know a game like that. It's called Borderlands.
It's true.
Yeah. Borderlands. I
Yeah.
haven't played it in a while.
We can go to break now because I think I
Yeah, we're
broke
going
my
right
hand.
now. So we'll be right back. We're going to throw up a timer on the screen, about 15 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. So
Cookie shake.
hang on to the edge of your seats. This is thrilling stuff.
Bye.
And we're back. What's up, Papa Swollen, dude?
What up, Swoles?
You want to fight, bruh?
Bruh.
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 Whatever, bruh.
Bruh.
Rice is life.
Do you even
Rice is life.
Do you even squat, bruh?
Yeah, do you hail from Brovia?
Bruh?
Squad united.
Dost thou even hoist?
Yeah.
Does thou even? I need to get hoist. I'm
man.
satisfied with this.
Oh, that's super awesome.
I know.
So, thank you guys for hanging on. We had a few last minute restroom breaks, but we're good now. We're ready to go. But thanks you everybody for tuning in tonight and hanging out with us. We know there's not a ton of you tonight, and we do have a chair guy at the moment, so
Squats.
just
Bro.
just light him up with questions and keep him busy.
That's right.
I hear him over there typing away.
If I don't hear,
yeah,
I'm gonna be very upset.
He is here for you guys tonight.
Ask him personal questions.
yeah,
Ask him very personal questions.
he's our captured workforce kobold. He
Yeah.
is very willing to work for us.
Yeah. Ask him.
Yeah,
Ask him what color his eyes
how are
are.
those chains on your ankles doing? I know you're not really getting around much.
They're not too loose, are they?
Yeah,
We wouldn't want them too loose.
yeah.
Help squat you. Hoist. Hoist.
Good. Good.
If you try to
I
run,
will
you won't be able
squat
to feel
while you
your
are
foot. That's
squatting.
what
Yeah.
we're looking for.
Yeah.
He says he would squat while we are squatting.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't
We
get
shall
how
be
you would do
squatted.
that.
Oddly sexual.
We shall squat together and squat while squat. Would that be stack squatting? Would you squat and somebody while squatting?
It'd be a squat too.
Squat section.
Squat. It's a squat within a squat.
Combo.
Listen, man, that 350 doesn't mean anything if you don't put like a weight metric behind it. It's what 350 grams, like.
Also, if you weigh 350 pounds and you squat,
Yeah.
that's 350 right there.
Yep.
Hey, it's like my leg.
Listen, Sieg, I don't want to hear no back talk from you, man. You just, quiet time, okay? All right, there's just, I hate to say it, there's just some built-up animosity here towards how you treated us early on Mixer. And it's just not worn off yet.
It's true. He did make things very hard.
Yeah, he did.
And now you have no power here.
Yeah.
No, he does. He makes
Not?
bets. We have a side bet going on.
Don't associate with terrorists, women.
I got you.
He is the enemy.
It's a strong point.
Got to see.
He is the dark side, and we have cookies.
Well, he has bets.
Oh, man.
Nothing.
That's freaking hilarious.
Squealing hogs.
Oh, yeah, squealing hogs. Either way. So, back to the game. Oh, shit. I accidentally closed that. Let me open it all again. Yeah. Oh, there's notes. Okay. So,
It's okay.
you guys basically you sit.
Mhm.
And it gets darker and darker, and the night fucking comes, and nothing.
Nothing. Will we wait?
Yeah.
We'll attract something.
I push an exhaust in. Bandits.
Maybe bandits.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, we will attract bandits.
It's literally gonna be Thor Ragnarok. As we're gonna see bandits. We'll go, wow! You're so fucked. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna die.
And it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
There's like 40 of us, and that's even better.
It's a level 20 bandit lord.
Oh, mother!
Never mind.
Fly away!
Fly, you force.
Yeah. You gotta hit get the fucking yellow damage numbers.
I wonder if I can fall asleep on my broom.
No.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I have some
I'd
rope.
be just like a sloth.
Alex.
What?
No, behind you to your left.
That's crooked.
Yeah, he's taking care of your demon.
Don't criticize me. I'm trying.
Listen here, chair guy. There's no room for a lip, okay?
Come on, you can do better than
You
this.
gotta handle all the cameras, plus the animals,
Yeah.
and the chat.
Andy,
What's
now,
wrong with you?
now we need to get you a stick that's just like, come on, do something. Do it.
It's this plastic chain.
Do a thing.
I would have paid to have him trip right there. Blasted chain.
Alright. So if I can't sleep on a broom, then the broom is going to protect me. Well, should we sleep?
No, definitely shouldn't sleep.
Take turns?
But if you guys want to rest, I'll keep an eye out. I mean...
I pull up my tarp I have.
Okay.
And I put, my goal is to kind of cover it in dirt and padding and stuff on top of it, so I can be underneath and look out and feel like sheltered and covered. I'm making a makeshift large ghillie spot.
Well,
Okay.
that's how... Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you did that when you hid well. Congratulations.
That's fine. This looks cool, though. Now I'm happy. I'm like, I'm safe.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm just going to continue waiting with the bait.
I'm going to use...
Until it dies, I suppose.
$400. Just keep that in mind.
Shut up. It's really painful when they, like, move.
But I'm going to cuddle with my bear.
You guys
buddy.
don't light a fire or anything? Because there's storms coming in, so I'm just asking.
Oh, storm's coming in. I have my bear hoodie. I'm good.
Yeah. It's getting there.
Nope.
Nope.
Bundle up.
I've got I'm in my tarp, and then so I like work my like padding out, and I lay it on the ground. And I'm like, yes, I have this. This is proper.
You're definitely
Watching.
wet.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fine. This is cozy.
Alright.
It's like when you put a sheet over your head. No matter the conditions, you just feel safer.
Alright, well, I just lean on a tree or a stump or something and keep an eye on the pig, make sure it's squealing, wait for it to die or attract something.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys just wait through the night. Late into the night, starts getting tired. You're not sure exactly what time it is, but it's pitch dark outside. The storm rolls in, about 3.5, 4 hours later. The small drizzle and downpour.
Alright,
Doesn't seem like there's much going on.
you never know.
I get the feeling the hydra's moved on. I'm a little worried that it's moved on. No traces of Luthok. No hydra.
It hunts this swamp. It's a predator.
The animal seems like they just were nonchalant about the situation. Crows were just being crows.
Do you know what I could try to do?
Mm.
I reach out my hand, and trying to imitate Grenda's voice in my mind, I cast Minor Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
With her just kind of saying, "Come here, my pet," out into the
Okay.
swamp.
Okay. Nothing.
Oh,
I don't think it's here. I think it's gone. I think it's gonna eat everyone.
Maybe.
possibly. It could be behind us.
Could be.
No, we're good. Do we just keep waiting until morning anyway?
Yep.
Okay, let's finish out the night at the very least.
Go take a yum yum.
You can sleep if you like.
I'm taking yum yum. All this flying around makes me tired. I go to sleep. I go to sleep.
Alright.
Go to sleep, 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 sleepy, sleep.
We've committed to this.
No, I'm staying.
We're not moving the stuck pig.
No,
So,
not until it stops being stuck.
yep.
And actually, I grab a couple rocks and just chuck them at the water to try to cause a rustle.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go attempt to pull out one of my mason jars and collect pig's blood and try to dump it in the water.
Okay, yeah. So, you throw out the rocks, a couple of splashes, you put the pig's blood in the water, you get nothing.
Yeah, I go
It's
back.
starting to get late now. Getting tired.
I go back in my little hide hole, and I'll feel safe again.
Okay.
Yeah, I wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish out the night.
Yep.
Okay. What are you doing?
She's asleep.
She's sleeping?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So the storm keeps coming. Rain at one point switches from light to like medium, downpour. And you go through the night and eventually the sun starts coming up.
I'm fucking hydra.
Okay.
Wake up. So, did we find the hydra yet? I'm assuming since I slept for the whole night, it's not here.
It didn't show.
Did not show.
I need you both to make Constitution saving throws to ward off exhaustion.
I didn't.
So you take 1 point of exhaustion.
You bar.
What do I need to roll?
It's
10.
I believe it's 10.
Yeah, I pass. I got a 13.
Okay.
Oh
God, I'm
tired. Oh God, Riken, why did we do this? I regret it, but I'm mainly just regretting the fact that it didn't show up.
Pig dead yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I bled out.
You grab one and I grab the other.
Sure.
I swear, if we get attacked while they're dragging it, it's going to suck.
We can always drop it.
True.
Good point.
I grab the legs and kind of lift it with his help and carry it back to the boat.
Okay.
Just be careful, gentlemen.
Plan two.
Other things will want to eat it. Like
Of course.
those vultures.
I see vultures.
Looking around? No. It's still raining, so most of the birds and stuff are still like taking cover in the trees.
Right.
Alright, back to Fog Bottom.
I will hover over. Make
Take
sure
this
nothing
pig to the
looks.
inn and carve it up.
I'll get some wood for to cook it inside. I don't believe they have anything left.
We can get some of the townsfolk to help. They'll be hungry anyway, right? We're not eating a whole pig to ourselves.
I'm hungry.
You're 400-pound pig hungry?
Y'all.
Do you remember its name?
Yes, I do. It's Sir Wilbert.
Wilbur? Okay.
I will be very happy to eat Sir Wilbert. He will be delicious, and I will remember him.
Actually, he's been bleeding and freaking out for a whole night. His meat's probably ruined, but it's edible.
He will be delicious.
Nice. So you guys travel the better part of about 2 hours and like 35, 40 minutes or so, and you guys make it back to town. Early in the morning.
So no hydra.
Thick fog making your way through using the lantern. There's no hydra.
No hydra, no danger.
The Hydra's
I think-
not... At least the Hydra's not active there. I don't know where it could be, so... Let's just take the pig inside.
Yep.
Maybe cook it up. Maybe you'll get Alfarius's attention.
Maybe.
Food generally doesn't. I go find like a giant... wait, how are we cooking this?
I mean,
I was thinking about making a stew,
we're going to butcher it,
of course.
and then people are going to take meat, and whatever's left we'll make something out of.
Works. I go,
We'll keep the tenderloin. It's the best part.
I go find a cauldron.
A cauldron?
Yeah, in the inn.
Okay. Did you want to like butcher it first? You guys are gonna butcher it, right?
Yeah, or ask one of the townsfolk to do it if there's anyone that knows how to do it.
Okay, sure.
I was just gonna get like other cooking stuff
The
prepared.
lady you bought it for knows how to deal with them.
Yeah, we carry it up. Knock on the door.
Okay. Yeah, so she answers first thing.
Yes.
A gold piece in it if you want to help us butcher this hog.
Sure. Let me get ready and for the day.
Perfect. We'll
It'll take the better part of a few hours to butcher the pig.
we'll hang it up over at the Fox.
Okay.
So we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him back.
Now you go inside. There's a few people inside helping themselves to some of the ale and stuff in the back and just generally sitting in there. Probably out of habit for the most part.
Go up to Altharius' room. The door still closed.
Yeah.
I knock on his door. Altharius,
No response.
we're cooking meat.
Might.
Just wanted to let you know, so when you're feeling spry and ready to smite, you come on down and join us. Just letting you know. I go. He's asleep. He's still asleep. Or he's still
Then-
out. Maybe he ran away. Do you think he ran away?
No, he's probably exhausted. Riken's right. He was probably in terrible condition. He's probably just doing his best to just rest. Or he's communing with his god, for all we know.
I didn't hear anyone
be.
talking in there. I think he was snoring at most.
So, either way, let us cut and try to be as merry as possible in these bleak times.
Yeah.
I pull out my book. Sorry. I pull out my book and I kind of begin writing and using actually writing some of the things down, and I pull out the Archphase story, and I begin attempting to write a closing chapter to the story, and revising the third weakest chapter.
Okay. So you're going to work on it.
As you hear me mumbling about something long since overdue.
Alright.
What are you guys going to do? What do you want to do?
Not the pig. Pig didn't do much hydra. I just get the feeling the hydra went someone else. I think maybe it might be time to go back.
Yeah. Probably so.
But we just have to wait on Altharius, don't we?
Yeah. He's not really in a state to travel.
And then there's just still no signs of Luthok, so...
We might ask him if anyone in the town knows where the hydra might lair. But
Not a bad idea.
who knows? They don't seem the adventurous types, so...
True, but if they know where not to go, where people make rumors.
I mean, it seems like where not to go is everywhere.
True, but just like the Blight Tree, there was places that you just don't go.
Okay, that's true.
Well, in the meantime, I think I'll just start making a little bit more medicine. It's always good to make more. We need to make sure we have plenty for everybody else when we venture off.
Alright. So I'm going to go interview some of the townsfolk.
Mhm.
See if any of them know anything about the hydra's lair, or what direction it usually goes or comes from.
Okay. So you asked around a few times. Nobody really knows for sure whether or not they've seen it. Nobody really remembers it there being a hydra layering in the mire at any point, anyways, to begin with, until after Brenda showed up. So, and then when she showed up, it was kind of like under lock and key. They didn't really leave. They stayed here as much as they could.
Mm-hmm.
But after enough meandering, you do find somebody who says that they thought once that they saw it take a meal into the water once, and that's it.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
You know, it's one thing we forgot to do while we're there. Look for tracks.
I mean, it went to the water. It was in the water.
True, but if it moved out, it might have stepped on the ground.
Ground is mud. It was raining.
True.
It's been several days. I'm not a skilled tracker.
I have a hand in it, but nothing I'm proficient at.
I've lived in a city my whole life, so
I've done some traveling and had to forage for my own food, so I can survive.
in the days where I wasn't in the city, I had men for it, that sort of thing. So, not my skill set.
Maybe the druid can help us when she finishes making her cure.
Multiple cures.
Maybe, but I think this job can wait. Pleasing Americus.
It was just here, and the idea behind maybe saving Luthok I felt was important.
He's just gonna have to take our word for it. Stop is on the way back to Greencrest anyway.
Let him know it's a hydra. We cut one of its heads. We have to hunt it later.
Progress is progress.
Hopefully he won't be mad, and we'll just let him know that the tower takes precedence.
Or he tries to kill us, and we do our best to kill him.
Then one of us gets hit in the jaw with an electric fist.
Maybe. Or we kill him. Or we kill him and then we die.
It's a lot of dying for you.
Well, I don't want to do any of those things. But if he's totally unreasonable, what are you going to do?
Bargain?
Well, didn't we already?
Doesn't prevent us from bargaining again.
Should be careful. That sort of thing. I'd know.
Fair point.
Well, as long as we tell him it's the Hydra, or maybe we can ask for his assistance and...
Or he can take care of it. He's got a small army.
At least we can identify.
Or he can just warn his men what to look for when they're on the water. Just that little bit would probably save lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than not knowing.
But regardless, there is a skim run out there, and there is that tower to worry about.
I say we start heading back as soon as the Dragonborn is good enough to move.
We'll talk with Alfarius when he wakes and see what he decides.
In the meantime, what do we do?
We have a couple options.
Mm-hmm.
One, we go out hunting and just explore a bit for no real reason other than the fact that we can. Two, we discuss what we've done, things like that, and see what we can come up with on ideas. Or three, we throw a party.
Just get blasted for a few days?
Until the Dragonborn wakes up. Maybe try to be as merry as possible. Band together the townsfolk in a bit of a sham. Put on a show, of course. We have a hog to cook.
True.
I'm pretty sure some other people can make some music.
Maybe.
You're the bard.
I can play some music.
Rest and relaxation in this place isn't exactly perfect, but better than what we've had lately.
It's a start. As the old story goes, even inside Pandora's box was there a glimmer of hope.
I've never heard that story.
I'm sad now. Have you not heard the story of Pandora's box?
Everyone's heard the story of Pandora's box.
It's a box.
It was full of misery.
Yeah, and at the very bottom, there was a sliver of hope.
Pretty sure it was just all the bad things that it released into the world.
I feel like you're wrong.
I feel like you're trying to find the sliver of hope in every story. Some stories just end poorly. Like with the girl who cries tears of acid and dies horribly from a box she shouldn't have opened.
But hope was released into the world to counteract the horrible agony and agonizing pain.
Why do you two have to always be so negative?
Well, I'm being positive here!
You want to talk about a box that kills people?
Well, it didn't kill anybody, at least, if the story is right.
All right,
at least,
fine.
Why don't we
Fine.
talk about...
Have your embellishment.
It-
Yep,
well, it
there was
wasn't
also
embellishment.
hope in the box.
I could be wrong in this story, but it's fair enough.
It could have.
True. Every story is written differently too, even if it's the same story.
Depends on who's doing the telling.
Exactly. Depending on the bard, the story ends up different every
All
time.
the stories I ever heard, it ended pretty poorly though.
Yeah, generally. Mine ended decently poorly. The only difference was that there was a sliver of hope that escaped with it, just so it wasn't the bleakest of nights.
All right.
I have a
Not
shitting.
as bleak.
I have a shitting grin Metacro to my left, so I'm being judged.
Does that
To see a
mean-
Metacro going,
I'm judging you because of what Papa Swollen said.
"Oh God, what are you saying?"
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I
it.
need to know. I need to know.
Well, now I got it.
Now I gotta know.
Okay, he said. I feel like Theo's intelligence is synced with Fraser's IRL intelligence.
Do you know what?
Burn!
Do you know what?
Wait, that assumes he's
I have a 10! Woo!
average.
I am average! That means I'm not stupid. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm perfectly average.
Yeah, but like if average is a spectrum, he's near the bottom.
Do you know what? It's still technically an average. I'll take it.
I am low average, thanks.
Yeah. Sometimes moderate.
Depends on the subject, you know.
So what do you guys want to do? Just hang out in town?
I would like to
You
throw.
also going to celebrate?
We're going to try to throw a little bit of a celebration in town
Okay.
to celebrate the expunging of Grenda and her ilk and the curing of a disease.
A wake for the orc.
I would save the wake for when Alfarius is here.
All right.
I would like all of us to be together.
It's a celebration of life. Get it right.
We can just take this moment to just appreciate where we all are, how we survived the hydra, you know, take a
Do
moment.
any of you have any specific downtime activity that you need to accomplish or can accomplish during this time?
I don't think there's anything I can accomplish in this town.
Yeah, for me,
Not
I
really,
can't
yeah.
I feel like somebody was doing something.
Well,
Wasn't somebody fucking reading a book or studying something that they're supposed to be learning?
Well, someone got a book, but it was Alpha got the Book of Laws, and he
Yeah,
was,
but that's a magic item.
and
You
then
know.
I did. I
I was
got
gonna say, didn't one of you buy a book on like alchemy or something?
I got a book and an alchemist kit.
Yeah.
he
to
got-
make
he
poisons.
got it from
Yeah. So you can spend downtime activity working towards proficiency in alchemy.
that.
But first, you guys should decide whether or not you want to take a rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I should have made you guys take your saving throws for every hour it took to get back, but I decided not to. So what do you guys want? How long do you guys want to rest for?
I'm gonna rest. I'm not gonna do
I
anything.
mean, it's 8 hours of light activity. We're just
Yeah.
just drinking and
drinking and meandering and trying to hold a
Yeah, but you
celebration.
need sleep. You guys are going on basically like 26 hours worth of no
Oh,
sleep
yeah, you
at
two
this
need
point.
sleep.
Ooh, feels the real
That's what I'm
life.
getting at.
Feels the real life pain here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it's like late, I'm gonna stay up until it's late.
yeah, me too.
All right.
This is the moment we get drunk, have exhaustion times 1 and 2, and then the Hydra attacks, and we're like,
It's still
motherfucker.
early morning, so like night is like, 12 hours.
Is
away.
it a roll for every hour
Yeah.
past?
Yeah.
The hydra will always.
So technically, it could kill you if you roll bad enough.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna go take a nap because we can celebrate tonight.
Give me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. A short rest can it halts exhaustion, right?
No.
Really?
You need to take a long rest. For every long day of rest you take, you remove 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So you guys would maintain 1 point, but if you take a short rest, I'm willing to push
Okay.
off the saving throws.
Well, I'll probably I'll do a short rest right now.
Mhm.
Take like a quick little power nap to get through the rest of the day.
Well, what do you describe as a power nap? How long of a nap? I want to know specifically. How long do you want to go sleep for?
I want to. Yeah. Oh, I want to sleep
2
till-
hours, 3 hours, 4 hours?
about 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. How about you, Reagan?
I feel like that's enough to get through the day.
Bracken.
Well, I guess I'll just pass out for 3 hours or so,
Okay.
and then around noonish, get up and start our plan, I guess.
Yeah, that works. I mean, you guys need to slaughter a hog. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Carousing with the locals, I guess, again.
All right. Yeah. So what are you gonna do while they're sleeping? Anything? Just continue working on your mixtures.
Yep.
Don't you have an herbalism kit?
Yeah.
I could make potions of healing.
She could make one. It's one per week.
Mm-hmm. Make a potion. Study the land. Get to know why these animals are so meh to me.
You know why? You're not an idiot. You're a stranger in their area, in their land, or they're strangers to the area, like the crows.
The crows.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to make friends with animals. You can't just. They don't just automatically assume that you're on your side because you're a druid and can speak to them.
One does not simply enter. One must speak friend and then enter.
Yeah. Yeah, what he said. Melon.
It's a
I
reference.
get to know the meal.
I've dropped a
rings.
lot of references today. I just realized.
All right, so yeah, so you guys get in your short rest.
Mhm.
You get the townspeople together and tell them that you'd like to have like a small celebration of like the town's survival, and they basically all agree that they could all take a load off. So you spend the day getting together. You get the slaughtered hog. You see a good time, pretty good job butchering it for the most part. They gather what kind of stock that they have in the back, and ale, and somebody cooks like meat pies and a couple and some kidney pies and stuff like that, and kind of all just. Eventually, evening comes, and when the people are done working, and they're ready to like celebrate, they all come together. The few people that are still alive.
I pull out my lyre
Oh.
and begin playing a rather jaunty tune, trying to give them a performance to just kind of really inspire them to continue going on.
Okay. So everybody kind of breaks out into their groups, and everybody kind of just celebrates and talks to one another. It's not really rowdy, per se. Everybody's pretty somber, considering they lost almost 70% of the people who lived in Fog Bottom to Grenda and the undead. But as the storm continues to push in, which is strange to you, it shows really no signs of letting up whatsoever. Like, it intermittently stopped raining throughout the day, but the sky stayed dark, and the clouds stayed dark. As the night goes in, the rain continues to just pour down onto the tavern and into the fog cloud.
So the weather's weird to me? Like it's control.
And then there's, flashes of lightning in the distance and the crack of nearby thunder as it breaks in. And the slight wind starts picking up. The sign outside the Cunning Fox, the name and the logo, you can hear just creaking ever so slightly as it swings in the wind.
I feel like this weather is awfully off.
Is it natural weather?
It's hard to tell, but it just doesn't feel right. Like, it's just, the rain is intermittent. I feel like it's...
Carry on.
Ignore the cat.
Literally from I want to.
I feel like it's just unnatural.
She's the best cat.
I just... like, it's like it picks and chooses when it's raining, but... I don't think someone can really control the weather that much.
You have Druidcraft?
No.
No? You don't have it as a cantrip? Okay.
Oh.
Just checking.
Can I go outside and like make an
Do
arcana?
whatever you want.
Mother of Bologna. That is a fair statement.
Yeah.
I would like to go outside. No. I'm going to go
So
outside.
you finish playing your lyre and go outside. Okay.
Hearing her words, I look up the sky, realizing it's been raining.
It's pitch black. It's night.
I see 60 feet of something and then nothing afterward.
Yeah. Clouds are higher than 60 feet.
That's why I made the joke. I would like to see if I can feel any like magical like nature to the like rain or anything really.
Do you want to cast detect magic?
You son of a bitch. No.
You can't just magic it, Mike. We've been over this. Okay.
I want to see if there's a correlation between this weather and the bright green light I saw earlier. I want to see if I feel any form of similar. God damn it!
Are you trying to remember if the storms that were coming in after the signal went out were the same, or what
Yes.
are you trying to see?
Yes.
Okay.
That.
So history check then.
27.
Yeah, this is the storm. It's been following you guys it was like a few days behind you the whole time. Just pushing in. And as far as you could tell earlier through the day watching it, it's just going further out.
Is it heading towards Greencrest right now?
It's over Green.
It's already over Greencrest, yeah.
Because we're past it and it's currently over Greencrest. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a strange, like, tangible discomfort to the storm. It's dark and darker than it would. The night feels deeper.
Can I cast magic missile into the darkness?
You can if you want, but you don't have it, so no.
I think you're right, Alin. It feels unnatural. It feels. I don't know. I can't place it. It just feels almost forever. If I were to put a word to it.
Do you feel like it's an omen? Like it's...
It's not an omen. It's from the tower.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
not good.
No, it's not.
Somebody go get Alfarius. Somebody wake him up. We got things to do.
Unless you want me to kick the bloody door down and we're not getting in.
Carry him. Have you seen him? We don't have a cart. Not that it would get through this bog anyway.
He needs to wake up. We need to get things going.
Do you want me to go kick the gosh darn door down?
Well, if it wakes him
Well,
up...
one, I'm not kicking the door down. Have you seen my legs? They're not kicking the door down.
Legs.
Two, I could pick the lock. That's about it.
We just need him to get up. We need to get going. We need to get back. We need things to do.
Fine. So
I feel like being in Fog Bottom's just...
We are kind of spinning our wheels here.
I walk up to Alfarius' door
Hmm?
and pull out two fancy dancy little needles. And
You have a thieves kit,
I don't.
I do.
and you don't have needles.
I have needles.
For what?
I got them to pick a lock. I went out and bought them.
Thieves kit. You don't just get to buy picks for picklocking. You have to buy thieves kit and have proficiency.
I meant like
Thieves'
legit.
tools.
thieves tools. Yeah.
Can I use your lock pick from the thieves' tools?
Yeah. What's your bonus with the thieves' tools?
It doesn't matter because I have advantage on the roll.
The gloves of thievery give you a +5 on rolls used to pick locks.
Yeah. I handed it over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot he had the gloves.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, it gives you advantage. Whatever.
Yes. I have a +9 to my sleight of hand now.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of. I can do anything. I'm good at everything. I'm a bloody bard.
You're acceptable at several things.
And I go to pick the lock.
Yeah, you pick it. You don't even need to roll. It's just a standard room latch. So you open the
You
room,
might as well
open the
hold
door.
on to him. And then I just give him the whole kit. So now you have a thieves' kit. I don't.
I should definitely put that in there. Yeah, and we open the door. Is he asleep on the bed?
He's not in there.
What the fuck?
Son of a bitch.
That's good.
Is the window open?
No.
I look around. Words are hard. I'm going to look around the bed to see if there's any marks or footprints of like him moving or walking away.
No.
I check
Bed's
the
made. Doesn't even look like it's been slept in. Everything looks orderly. All of his equipment is still there. It's just all stored. And the only things that are missing is his armor, his sword, and his shield. And himself, obviously.
I was about to say, and him, right?
When did he leave?
Who knows?
All right.
Yeah, you guys have been gone for a day.
We've been gone all day for days.
Days. A
Oh,
day.
we spent all day yesterday, all day today. Just not being here mostly.
Darn Dragonborn.
Well-
Where was his other buddy?
Did he leave a note or anything?
Which
But he
means
left all his gear behind, other than what he's wearing.
Anything? Looking around, the only other thing that seems to be missing is his leather-bound copy of the Requiem of Taylor.
maybe out praying
Out praying.
in the deep, dangerous darkness, all alone, with a rock and a book.
Well then,
He'll be just fine.
or he won't, and that's his fault.
We could ask around, see if anyone saw him leave.
We could.
Everyone's downstairs.
Seems like they might have mentioned it though while we were asking about stuff.
Or they knew.
Okay.
They could just also assume that it was... I mean, they wouldn't assume that, like, he didn't tell us.
Suppose.
So we just go down and ask. Worst they say, well, I didn't see him. And we go, oh, shit.
Alright.
Well, yeah, we're going to go downstairs, and we are going to ask around, see if they've seen our rather large dragonborn.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Fucking ran off.
He didn't run off. He meandered off.
Yeah, meandered.
He meandered off to his side god called Glory.
All right, yeah. So you guys go downstairs. You guys start asking around. Nobody's seen him. Nobody seemed to notice him leave. Nobody saw him leave.
I'm liking this less and less.
People have been pretty busy. They mind their own business. That's what small village folk do. Especially when it comes to minding adventurers' business.
So, we can't just leave. So we're stuck here tonight. And we have to hope he comes back in the morning.
I'm gonna go get really, really drunk. And I'm gonna sleep. And if he's not back by midday tomorrow, I'm headed back to Greencrest.
I agree.
Because there's a storm that apparently will never end coming from a tower with some evil wizard causing havoc in it. And that needs to be dealt with.
I don't disagree. I pull out my book and I wave my hand as I grab my quill and begin writing, using the ink that's floating, to write a note to Alfarius, just in case. Let him know that we attempted to lure the hydra out. We spent a little time in the town helping out, and that if he's not back by midday, if this note isn't already seen, that we're going to be heading to Greencrest. And I just put that right on his pillow,
Okay.
just in case.
All right, yeah. So you go up, you write it out, go up there and put it in on his pillow, and you come back down to take the seat. And what's your passive perception? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why I'm asking. It's fucking weird. But the front door opens, and there's a flash of light, and you see this large figure come into the door. This hulking, muscular, dripping, wet dog standing on its hind legs as it comes into the alehouse, and everybody in the alehouse stops and begins backing out of their chairs as the creature takes another step forward. The smell of wet dog permeates the room, the water dripping off its bare teeth and eyes, glaring at everybody, looking the room as it snarls.
I stand up and I step forward. Is this a werewolf? I'm guessing.
Looks like it.
Looks
Pretty
like
fucking
it.
sure.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if I need to roll. Like, I look at said werewolf and do I recognize it?
No. As you step forward, it kind of lowers a bit.
It's just a single werewolf now.
as far as you can see. Blocking the exit and the door between the two of you.
I put my hand on my cane. And I look at the beast and I ask it, and what brings you to the cunning fox?
Doesn't respond. Just bares its teeth. Saliva dripping from the bottom of its jaw. It grabs the door and slams it behind it and just moves forward slowly towards you all.
Alright, I summon my sword.
I draw my blade. And I look at Lynn, is there any way you could communicate with it better than we can?
I don't think it wants to communicate, but it walked into the wrong tavern.
It hasn't, chased or ran at us yet.
It's a werewolf.
I know. I've dealt
Kill
with them
it.
before. And I don't know. Huh? I speak out this time a little bit more aggressive. And I say, what do you want before we have to deal with you ourselves?
So it circles to the right, a little bit away from the door. And you look at it, and you see the claws, the razor-like claws that it has bared forward. Its long claws on its feet scraping the boards as it moves. It takes a quick step forward. And you see through its eyes the same thing that you saw in the eyes of the werewolf in the alley. And we'll start next week with rolling for initiative.
For a fucking werewolf in a fucking swamp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You want my honest response why I hesitated ever so slightly? Because I've heard discussions of a possible character that would be joining us, and one of those was a blood hunter. So there was a small piece of my mind that went, yo, this could be Alex returning.
This is news to everybody else, but, light spoilers.
Well, we all talk about our characters, but, it's just what was popped in my head, so I was like, maybe I should...
Yeah, that was the point. That's why I designed it this way.
Oh, shit. You fucked with me so hard, dude. I was not ready. It fucked with me. I'm like, I don't know how to respond.
What the fuck is Alfarius?
I think it's a werewolf and we should kill it.
Oh, no, yeah, 100%. When he said, its feet are clawing into the thing, you see his razor sharp tail, fingers pulled up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fight now. It's aggressive. I'm gonna stab this bitch. Me.
What's wrong with
fuck,
this?
dude.
What's wrong with
Fire.
Alfarius?
Dude.
Kill him with fire.
Bro, Andy, you fucked with
Burn
me,
down
bro.
the whole Cosmopolitan Ale House. Burn the whole thing down, the whole ale house. Burning Fox. Done.
The new one will be called the Burning Fox.
Yeah, the Burning Fox.
It's
Burning
actually
Wolf.
not a terrible name for...
The Burning Wolf.
There you go.
Yeah, the Burning
Fried
Wolf.
wolf chops. Fresh.
We serve the finest werewolf meat.
But
Yeah.
is it a
From
werewolf?
the same werewolf.
Oh, it might be.
Is it a werewolf?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a werewolf.
Definitely a werewolf. For sure.
And we're gonna kill it.
Yeah, no, it dies.
Mm-hmm.
It dies.
Yeah.
It dies.
Even if it's Alex.
It does.
Yeah, even if it's Alex.
That's a very poor way to introduce yourself. We're gonna kill you.
Character death.
Alex, start a new one.
Yeah.
New
What's your
character.
backup character, Alex?
Your other backup character. This one dies. Sorry.
Yeah. That's funny.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, I know. I can see you. I'm not an idiot.
Fuck, dude, you
I'm
fucking
not an idiot. I know what I'm doing.
fucking bastard.
Watching you all
Is now a good time to say that my Genasi fighter is not a werewolf?
Yeah. I know, right?
Wait. Does that mean you finally did it? It's done.
It might be. We'll have to wait till next Friday and find out. So, thank you for joining us tonight. It was kind of a slow session. It's fine.
Sorry for being gloomy.
I really didn't want to move the story forward without Alfarius here. So, kind of just took our time and had a night for some character development and one-on-one time with characters discussing, but not really planning on what they want to do with the other obstacles in their way. But it's fine. Let's figure it all out later when everybody's at the table.
Saw some light bonding with the two meatheads that like to hit each other's heads on a regular occasion.
I thought the best bonding was with the pig.
I love the pig.
True.
It's Sir Wilbur.
Wilbur is awesome.
And I stabbed him too.
Yeah.
Stab everything you love!
I kill it all with love. But thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to drop us a follow. Jump in our Discord, whatever. Keep up to date with us. Follow our Twitter. You can find all the links below. And just say hi if you want to. We really appreciate it. Hanging out. Help us get to that. Spread the word around that we're doing this giveaway, and get people psyched for it.
Yeah, I know. I really want to buy these books.
It's a great addition to any collection because that's what they are. They're collector's items.
Collector.
It's a great way to just you can't find a more unique way of getting into the game than having the limited edition books.
I'm just saying.
This would look really good in my new house.
I'm just saying. There's a legitimate part of me that wants to cut from here down, and put that on a wall.
You could just put the book on the wall.
Yeah.
Book on the wall.
Destroying it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But defacing things is half the fun.
Put the fucking
Or take the image and project it onto the wall and paint it.
Instead of being a ghost.
I don't have that artistic talent.
Okay. That's why you project it on the wall.
Yeah, tracing.
You can paint a mini, but you can't paint a wall.
His mini painting skills are up for question today.
Well,
agreed. I agree with the man who paints.
Spray paint a wall.
Listen. 2 colors and a black wash doesn't make you a painter.
If someone buys it for $10,000, I beg to differ.
Yeah, someone buys it for $10,000. I have some other investments they might be interested in.
Yeah.
Yours are too creative. They must
like going to the moon. Either way, we had a great night. I'm gonna cut it a little bit early tonight. Obviously, but this will be a good starting point for next week. So,
to those of you who haven't been here, look, there's our illustrious hidden character.
Yeah,
he's our kobold.
Why are you joining us yet?
We call him Fred.
Well, I had to make my character.
Fred, come on. What is this?
You had a while.
yeah. Come on.
Come on, guy.
Is it Timmy? Did we decide?
Timmy!
It's been 3 weeks now, guy.
Yeah.
Come on, guy. What is this? You have forever. You had a session. You had a half session.
Yeah. Concept. Character.
Concept. Character. I was like, you know what Mike could use? A fire Nazi to help him.
No, we all know what the truth is. The truth is that character development was extended because he was doing everything within his power not to be a human.
Yes, that was part of it.
Really? Was it that bad not to be a human?
It is pretty bad.
Human after all.
Human.
So I feel like I have to be a human now just to compensate.
Discussion. We can continue in the Discord.
Human.
Humans underwhelming of the standard array.
They're so average.
Yeah.
Under standard array.
They're perfectly average.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they're actually below average because when average implies they're far actually below average when you look at
so they don't get dark vision and an extra cantrip for being a high elf. What's the problem?
Or skills or weapon proficiencies or
the proficiencies are all granted by your class or whatever.
Oh no!
All
See, that's the
matter.
thing. Everyone else that gets proficiency granted by a class, they get more.
Yeah. But they're generally duplicates, really.
There's only 2 forms: martial and simple.
Yeah, if your class is
it could be worse. You could pick a human wizard and then have only proficiency in slings, quarterstaffs, and fucking crossbows.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be weird.
Or worse, you could be just be a bard.
That weird because you're using magic. Is what it is.
That's hilarious to think about. You think about a blade wizard or having you think about self-defense, right? Magic is great, but still a sword is awesome, so you might want to learn how to wield one. But not a wizard. Nope.
I don't have time for
they might as well throw rocks at you. It'd be more effective.
It's called catapult. And you just spell.
Yeah.
Put all your points as a normal wizard, but your first level is a fighter, and then wizard from that point forward.
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
No, what a wizard does, he picks up a rock and he throws it at you, but midway through he casts lightning arrow.
What do you sacrifice?
Turns that rock into a lightning bolt.
at 17. So you're not missing out on spells.
You're slightly behind the group on spells, that's about it.
That's it. But the wizard's already super powerful anyway.
Yeah. But with all the proficient... The fighter's so stacked on one. It's worth it.
Yeah, all those.
It's a better way to build an Eldritch Knight. It really is.
Yeah, well, and that's funny. Like some of the multi-classing things, it's like, all right, well, you want to, like, yeah, this class has spells and the stuff you want, but you want to start with this class because you get all the proficiencies off the bat. Because if you multi-class in that class on the second level, you don't get some of that. So you want to start as a fighter who happens to find a magic
Eldritch
book.
Knight as a paladin with sorcerer. I like that build.
Paladin of sorcery.
I still like.
Because they synergize with charisma so hard. And
You mean like
I'll
a
go.
paladin warlock?
paladin warlock.
That's a popular one.
That's actually
But anyway,
really good, but
multi-classing gets
Because of all
messy really fast.
especially if you take the tome because you get all the fucking cantrips.
Don't
which paladins don't.
Back to the
let me
chain.
multi-class. It's fun.
Well, don't use a multi-class with unearthed arcana material that isn't meant to be multi-classed with.
Yeah.
This is test material. All right, I'm going to throw the whole kitchen sink and see if it breaks.
The Ranger,
Oh, it did. Surprise,
the Ranger's probably
surprise.
the best multi-class because you can sacrifice almost 6 levels of fucking Ranger for anything. Because the rest, everything past like
7
or like level 9 is basically just ribbon abilities that who gives a fuck.
Yeah, and you're a
Something like
half-caster,
Pass
so-
Without a Trace and fixes.
Yeah, like literally 7 is perfect. Seven gets you your first major ability, like second major ability. So, like for instance, if you're using a bow, you get arrow volley, which means anything within a 20-foot cone gets hit with an arrow.
No, it's like, I'm not going to lie, I creep on a lot of like D&D theory crafting, just D&D stuff on the internet. 9 times out of 10, someone who's quote-unquote broken the game are using the unearthed arcana ranger. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So be careful out there, dungeon masters. Your players, they're crafty.
If you don't like the character, though, you could always kill it.
It's harder to kill characters than you think sometimes if you're not trying to make it obvious.
Yeah, it's like,
Without the DM banishing you to another
Yeah.
realm
Yeah.
with some form of
Or-
god deity,
or
you kind of it's
hit
hard.
the
That's
Plot
different.
off.
That's the best way to do it, though. If your characters make a god mad, you just get to do whatever you want because they're gods.
For reference, my previous character was very slightly more than obviously broken and may or may not have insulted a god and was banished to another dimension.
He was broken for reasons, though. He didn't break the game. He broke a whole bunch of fucking special stuff and extra feats that I allowed him to take because why not?
I was being explorative and learning
Yeah,
stuff.
he's being explorative.
Got a little-
Yeah, he even had a custom feat, so...
yeah. But the best answer is communicate with your players.
Yes.
Don't be vindictive and passive aggressively murder them because you don't like their character.
Yeah,
Or
'cause-
if you do, just be very careful about it.
Yeah. Be very
Murder them mercilessly.
Yeah, because me and Andy came up. He's like, "Yeah, you're broken. We should like fix that." I was like, "He's like, do this." I was like, "Okay, we'll change. We'll take away this feat and take away this and this and this." I was like, "Sure."
You know, maybe have a hydra run over him and leave him at the edge of the dock and then drag him into the water dead and be like, man, I really didn't think, like, out of everyone, just you. That's such a shame.
Or you have your,
Seem pretty organic in the moment.
or you just have another player.
We'll save the paladin who's swore an oath to sacrifice himself for the greater good and is okay with dying, but the orc gets to die.
To be fair, the paladin had been saving me several times before, so
Yeah.
Felt like I owed
he
it.
could have saved everybody though by being
Also, but also in Matt's defense,
and
Luthok-
also he's unconscious. So what's he gonna do? Argue with you?
exactly
They
right.
both were unconscious.
Yeah, it was my choice, and I chose someone.
You chose Dylan. Let's be legit here. You chose Dylan. It's okay.
I did choose him. I'm sorry, you're my friend.
also in Matt's defense, that was
But my mom likes Dylan.
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone.
do you know-
Hashtag Justin Bieber.
Do you know what my mom would have said if I'd let Dylan die? She would have guilt-tripped me for years.
You know, man, like, I don't want to put you on blast in front of the internet, but you are an adult.
A mother's guilt, always potent.
Yeah. Either way. So thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everybody. We hope to see you back next Friday. And if not, I understand because that's when Endgame comes out. So whatever.
We won't take it personally.
We won't take it personally. If
Not a
nobody's
bit.
Here. Not even a little bit.
I will.
But we'll still be here.
She will.
We're watching
I'll take
Endgame
it
on
personally.
Saturday. gonna be good times.
It is.
Yeah, we
I
would
got
live
great
stream it,
seats.
but apparently there's rules against that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Ridiculous copyright.
Let's just call it a transformative work, you know? We have some laughs in there when silly stuff happens and some tears
We'll just
when bad
talk.
stuff happens.
We'll just talk
Yeah.
over it.
Oh, yeah, the theater.
We're in a theater just like, oh my god,
Just setting up our cameras. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up! We're doing a transformative work down here?
Yeah.
Can you shut up, please?
Copyright law is tricky.
Yeah. So either way, if you hang out, we're gonna probably host somebody. Move over to a different channel. You can watch them. Keep doing whatever you're doing on Steam or whatever, Brian.
We're playing Smite.
Yeah, we're playing
Portal.
Smite. Whatever. Sorry.
Papa Swollen wants to have words with you, Mike. I don't know if you've looked at the chat,
Jeez.
but he has things he must discuss.
Oh, I already know.
There's a game
Meta
called
Mike's gonna
Vermin
get
Fight.
spanked.
Apparently, he's really concerned over how much you can swat. I don't get it.
I don't. What? I know
By
he
the
wants
way,
me to
we're
play a
gonna call it a
particular
night
game,
night.
but like, what?
So thanks for joining us, and I hope your week is as legendary as ours is, and we'll see you next Friday. So have a good night.
Bye.